cool.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Sorry.
Oh yeah, let me put this phone on mute.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Sorry.
Tales of Symphonia is overrated.
Tales of Symphonia is pretty good.
Tales of Hearts is actually a good game.
I agree.
Tales of Return.
Tales of
is the
Grace's
best
Essay
mobile
is one of the
game.
best ones.
Tales of Exilia is the most underrated Tales game there is.
Ooh, I
Okay.
beg to differ.
All right, guys.
Tales of Legendia
Okay, guys.
is the most underrated.
Which one is underrated?
Legendia.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. Is that how you pronounce it? Legendia?
Sorry,
Yeah.
Legendia.
Ew.
Okay.
Let's go back to Legendia.
No, I don't like that. I don't like that.
You don't like Legendia?
No, it sounds like you got
wait.
like an agenda and a legend. Like I don't know. Combined
How did you thought it was?
What an ugly ass
pronounced?
word.
The side effects of Legendia.
How did you thought it was pronounced?
I don't know. Now you put me on the spot. Now I'm googling it. I'm like, shit. Fuck. They got me. Hold on. We'll get back to it. Oh, I guess it is Legendia. Oh.
Jeez.
It's a typical Tales name.
They haven't been skipping.
Oh, you know, I said
lately, like
Legendia though. That's how I said it. I said Legendia.
Ew.
That's what
That's the sexiest title for Tales game.
Yeah, Vesperia is pretty nice. You're right. I was just ready to argue for the sake of argument, but no, Vesperia is pretty smooth.
Why didn't they call Tales of Arise Tales of Arizia?
Gross.
Oh yeah,
I think it was in the works.
Yeah, because Zestiria sounds fine.
Zesty.
Zesty, yes. Ooh. Tales of. You're going. Riku Sun 1, the only one here. Falcom's Finest. How are we doing, everyone? Here today to talk about some JRPGs.
What is up, my JRPG gamers? It is good to be back on this HPMP once again. If I sound a little different, I've got elastics trying to keep my mouth shut, but it's neither here nor there. Let's get into these topics, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Good, everybody. Always glad to get the gang and new faces together. Let's get into it.
What's up? I'm so happy to be back. I love it here. And welcome guests. I love these guests. I'm so excited. So.
Okay, my mic is active. All right. Hey, everybody. Tark's Gauntlet, just resident JRPG niche YouTuber guy. I guess just happy to be here.
Hey, I'm Nick. I host the Giant Sword podcast with Taylor and Shadow here. And love our JRPG.
I'll let them know about the whole cutoff thing.
Everyone, JRPG YouTuber. I'm probably the reason this podcast is late. So if you want to go and complain in my comments, it's good for engagement. Oh yeah, I watched that, guys. Like that's just good to have in the background. I can't remember his name though. Madrybread, I think. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh man, I'm actually like I'm playing Persona 5 Royal right now for review, and like a million other things. Yakuza 5, Animal Crossing, yeah, just stuff.
No,
20
it's out
No,
the
not out.
20th.
5 days.
I started Royal yesterday, and I don't know. I can't really say like whether it would be worth it or not for people who have played the original for like 100 hours. But then again, I haven't really played a whole lot, so maybe there's a whole lot more new stuff.
I got some Dreams going on PS4 and Artanelico 2 Melody. Oh shit, what's the name? Melody of Metaphalica
Oh,
on the PlayStation 2.
oh, that sounds right.
Yeah, it's a great game. Of Artanelico 2. No, I'm like 10 hours in. I actually just lost 4 hours of progress. So I'm kind of I threw my whole friggin' day away. It happens. Whatever.
Yeah.
I heard NIS America kind of butchered some of this, but I'll friggin' try. Yeah, I'm probably gonna look up a walkthrough just because of the issues with this game. Normally I don't, but I'm not gonna make it to the end and not be able to beat it. It just ain't happening.
Yep.
I've been playing some Rune Factory 4 Special, and everyone should be playing that.
Hell yeah.
Other than that, I've been playing practicing some Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. Been going to locals, but all my locals are getting canceled now, so sucks. But I'm still practicing. It's fun, very fun. I enjoy playing it against people. And the RPG mode, if you guys are wondering about that, is very basic. But I guess it's fun to play for certain people. It's just a button masher, beat 'em up.
The chat.
I'm playing Alliance Alive HD for the Switch. And I have a love-hate relationship with this game. It's mostly love, but sometimes, JRPGs can drive you a little crazy. Hey, people are saying in the chat the audio is a little weedy whack.
Okay.
Yeah, they're saying they can't hear you, Shadow.
All right. I'm so mad. I just did all that. Nobody could hear me. Oh man. Well, we ain't going.
That's awkward.
That's
I
gonna
mean,
be
you
painful.
were telling
Let's
other
start
people to
over.
talk, so
Yo. What you do is you purge this podcast, we do the whole thing over again, like in the Matrix with little flash not the Matrix, but anyway, like with little X. I'm gonna stop talking now.
And in Black?
I'm about to say you said Lil Nas X. What?
Close enough. With a little flash of light, you forget everything.
Okay. Guys in chat, how's the audio now? You guys can hear me?
All right, they say they can hear you now.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. All right, who's up next? Souls, what you playing?
I've been playing Dragon Ball. No, what's it called? Dragon Ball Fighters. I just got Kefla. She's really fun. She's like one of the only characters I think. Well, there's other characters if you work around it, but she's one of the only characters made where you can do like her level 1 ultimate and then go immediately into her level 3, which is really, really cool. And also I just got what is it called? SD Gundam Cross Rays.
SG Gundam G Generation Cross Race.
Yes, and you know the first thing I did, Blake.
Double O?
Yes.
Double O. You went right for
you
Double
know what
O.
I'm trying to get.
We know what he's trying to get. He's trying to get them G and X.
Yes, them Jinx. So I just got done with the first stage, that freaking cola sour. But yeah, can't wait to get that ninja Jinx.
All right, fair enough. Blake, what you playing?
So, because I've been home for 3 weeks straight and not allowed to like do any work or anything because of my surgery, I've been running through different games and going crazy. But the ones that I'm sticking to right now, I've been playing a lot of Middle Earth: Shadow of War, and a lot. And I just went back today to Horizon Zero Dawn, and in between those, I've been slowly trying to get better at fighters. Because as soon as they announced Kefla, I purchased the entire game and all of its DLC. And Kefla is really fun, and like right now, I'm slowly drifting towards Kefla, Gogeta, and Vegeta as a team.
So hold up, when are you gonna get the match between you and
scum.
Souls? What's going on here?
And so, bro, listen.
Hey,
He got it on PS4. I got it on PC. We can parsec it. I mean, if you want, but it's not input lag, and I mean, if someone want to pick it up on PC, I mean, hey, squat up. But
Hold up.
Hey, I
again,
want
Soul-
no excuses though.
you don't want to play anime games with Souls. My man, we played Ninja Storm once, and I hadn't played a little bit. He picked Minacho the first match. It was yellow flash combo and everywhere.
Hey, I was showing you what other people do to me.
Bro, you were kicking me down. I was literally on the floor, and he was kicking me. Like, you ever see that gif of the JoJo dudes kicking that one guy while he's down? Yeah, that was Souls.
Oh man, Souls, you doing that scumbag stuff online that people be doing? Man?
No,
What's
I
up,
was
man?
showing him what I was showing him what to watch out for if he ever goes online.
Oh, man.
Yeah, exactly what's happening.
All right, Riku, what you playing?
So I was playing that Final Fantasy VIII, and
Yeah, that's a
we're not going to
mistake.
talk about that because Neo 2 came out last week Friday, and I've been having a blast with it. I can't put the game down. I was actually playing it right now, and it's a very, very, very good game. They basically refined everything about the first game. It's really good. Burst counter, I feel, makes the game a little bit easier than Neo 1, but it's still, everything else is still really balanced. I've been pulling all-nighters. I took the last Friday off. I'm just trying to get as much as I can in before I have to go back to adulting tomorrow.
What's the harder game, Shakiro or Neo?
I think I would still have to give it to Sekiro. Yeah, I think Sekiro is still a bit more demanding. There's a lot more freedom when it comes to Neo, and when you find what works for you, then the game becomes easier. Sekiro is like, if you don't play this game the way we want you to play it, then you're just gonna get fucked. So
Yeah, are you kind of like in the same boat I am, where like Sekiro is definitely one of the harder games, but not quite as fun?
I definitely enjoyed Neo a lot more. And I'm talking about Neo 1 because Neo 2 wasn't out when I was playing Sekiro.
Yeah.
In comparison to the other Souls games like Bloodborne and Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1 through 3, I would still put it around their levels. I don't think I disliked it less than disliked it more than any of the other Soul games. They're around the same area. I like what Sekiro is going for. I hope they make another one.
Right,
I like the verticality, is that a word, that it had. The whole zip lining here and there and other stuff. Because wasn't this game supposed to be what's that, Tenchu? Wasn't it supposed to be a Tenchu game at one point?
I don't know. It's pretty much just Japanese Spider-Man.
Yeah, it was supposed. As far as I heard, that's why Activision had the publishing rights. It was supposed to be a Tenchu game at one point, and then they just said instead of making it a Tenchu game, because people they were afraid that a lot of people didn't really know what Tenchu was, they just went ahead and made it its own IP. But no, Sekiro was good.
So wait, is Ghost of Tsushima, is that the same type of game that they're going for, like a Sekiro Neo type?
No, it's not. It's obviously a samurai game, but it's more of an action adventure.
You expecting it to be like the Uncharted of samurai games?
Basically.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. So I could probably mess with that. I ain't trying to play.
Yeah, because I've seen a lot of stealth
Sekiro.
stuff in Ghost of Tsushima.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a lot less demanding than the Souls type of games. So a part of me was like, maybe I should put Ghost of Tsushima on the hardest difficulty, just because these games lately, especially when it comes to samurai games, it just got me used to getting fucked over. So it's like, when I go and play Ghost of Tsushima, if I play on normal, something tells me it's going to be a bit too easy for me. So I might start on the hardest difficulty when it comes to that game. But I did hear that game was supposed to be open world, so
I feel like it'll be like Genji.
Ooh, Genji.
It should be like. Did anyone play that? The Infamous on PS4, Second Son. I'm pretty sure it's going to be like that, but with samurai.
you think
okay.
I can see that.
You think because
it looks like it's pretty.
I'll be able to play that because I ain't trying to play like no Shakiro freaking.
Why not, Shadow?
Well, because I ain't trying to pull my hair out. I ain't trying to break my controller.
But it has JRPG elements. You level up
man,
here, and
I'm good with that. I ain't trying to kill
Man,
myself
oh,
with that
man.
stuff. I ain't trying to.
all right, man.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I could play him. I'm pretty sure I could beat him. But to get to that point, this is gonna make me mad, and I ain't got time.
You got Nocturne for that.
Oh yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say, yeah, you want to get your ass torn up by Nocturne, but you don't want none of the Sekiro or Neo.
Nocturne ain't that hard. It's just that if you don't like exactly have the right party and whatnot, then Nocturne becomes a bit of an issue. But
I've been hearing some things. You over there raging.
Listen,
I saw a couple of the videos.
Man, listen, man, that ain't raging, all right? That's just me raising my voice. That's what that is, all right?
All right, we're gonna let you ride out.
All right, and I haven't been playing much myself. You know, there ain't really nothing out to play right about now. Ain't no games, ain't no Final Fantasies I've been playing for the most part.
Really?
Yeah, you know, I just got done playing.
Excuse me?
yeah, we missed somebody.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
No,
That you weren't playing it?
I haven't been playing that much, you know. There ain't no games out right now. No.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'll spill it for since he ain't fucking covered out. So he's been playing Final Fantasy IX, and for those who are new here, Shadow has been talking so much shit about Final Fantasy IX. It was boring, it wasn't interesting, the characters did blah 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 blah. He had nothing nice to say about it. So finally, your boy sat his ass down, downloaded it on his Switch, the HD version, and is now playing it. And your girl has been in his DMs every other day, being like, "Yo, so how you liking it?" And you know what? He has nothing but positive things to say about it so far. He says he likes the characters, story. It's funny, the dialogue, blah blah. Characters that annoyed him in the past, he enjoys. So he's enjoying it. So he's been playing Final Fantasy IX and enjoying it.
I don't know what Pelvic is saying.
I have screenshots, boy. I will go into our DMs right now. I will put you on blast on Twitter. I will put you on blast.
Oh man!
So go ahead, tell the good people of your podcast about your time with Final Fantasy IX. Go ahead.
All right, I'll admit it's okay.
No. I will not accept okay. I will not give any copacetic kind of answer. No, it's beyond satisfactory. Absolutely not. I will not accept that. So try again. Start over. Go ahead.
All right. So
Final Fantasy IX
is a good game. All right.
Oh my god, you're testing me, bro.
All right. Let me be real about it. All right. It's a pretty damn good game. I honestly wish this game and Final Fantasy VII had switched places, because you could tell that this game was like, they perfected development on the PS1. Like, they knew how to create games on there now, and like every little detail is fine-tuned. I think I love the way they tell the active time stories or something like that. You could see a perspective.
Active time events.
Yeah, those active time events, those are pretty good. Like seeing everybody's perspective on that, I really wish that those were in like Final Fantasy 7 and 8.
But they're not.
Yeah, they're not, unfortunately. The battle system is actually pretty it's pretty nice. I like the level up stuff. You gotta put on different equipment and raise the AP and stuff like that. As far as the characters go, I really thought I was gonna hate Quina or whatever her name is, but she's alright. She's okay. Everybody else is just like on the level, to be honest. Garnet. Oh yeah, Pelvic. I was gonna name Garnet like Pelvic after you, but I did that for like an hour, and every time the name Pelvic came up, I was thinking about you, so it took me out of the game too much. So I was like, I can't do this. I can't go this whole entire game Thinking of pelvic.
I'm hurt.
It's not. It's no offense to you.
wounded.
It just took me out of it. It just took me out of it.
I got you. No, it's fine.
Yeah. So I hated the name Dagger. I couldn't go with the name Dagger. And I couldn't go with any like of my favorite weapons, so I was just like, you know, I'm just gonna name her Garnet because even though I did,
You did not.
Yeah, I did.
You
I
did
named her
not.
Garnet. I named
That's
her
what I
Garnet.
do. I always do that because I just like Garnet better. I'm just naming
Yeah.
her Garnet.
Oh, you guys are disrespecting the game. Oh, yes, especially you, Jay. I'm very disappointed in you, Jay. Jay, you and I are on the same wavelength. Like, you know, I'd
Hey,
expect
Final
this.
Fantasy
Like,
IX is my
I
favorite.
would expect. I know that's why I'm disappointed in you. It's because it's your favorite. Like Shadow, I would expect the shenanigans from him, but you, man.
Nah, it's like even though I didn't play Final Fantasy IX like for the longest time, I knew as a Dane and Garnet. So it's like for the longest time I knew them and I knew Garnet as that character. So I was just like, I can't name her anything else but Garnet. So I just
gosh.
yeah.
What are you talking
As well with that. I'm really grateful that I brought it on Switch because I could just pick up to play the game anytime, even when I'm on the train going to work. I could just pick up and play the game. The fast forward option is really reliable at this point. What else about the game? Damn, I can't believe I can't say there's anything I don't like.
No, you gotta say what.
Y'all hear it? Y'all hear it? Y'all hear it? I do.
But-
Loud and clear, baby. How's the audio? Crystal clear? Excellent. All right, keep talking.
Do you think you're gonna pull a Taylor and quit in the middle of it?
Nah, I'm definitely going in it. I'm gonna play the whole entire game. I think I'm already on like disc 3 or something like that. And I'm only like 15 hours in. I'm like, am I going through this game too fast? I was like, I don't know what I'm doing because I'm pretty sure I'm just going around fighting everything so I can make sure all my equipment, everybody learns their best abilities that they can before I move on. But 15 hours into it on disc 3 supposedly, so I'm like, this game's short or something.
That's so funny because I did the
like
same
you-
thing. No, I
The
did
fast
this.
forward like really makes it go long, like way quick. You play any of them from back then with fast forward on, and it cuts it down like half.
Oh, okay, so that could have been what I've been doing. I've been having the fast forward option on. Yeah, I can't.
But point is, I'm glad that you are in love with this. That's
All
probably
right,
gonna
in love is
surpass
a
Final
strong
Fantasy
word.
VII to you.
Whoa, let's back it up for a second.
No, sir. We going forward. We don't look back here. We go forward. So I'm
might
very
got a
excited.
shot at taking my top 5. It might got a shot coming into the top 5, but it's gonna have to do a lot of work to take off. I think I want to say Final Fantasy 4 from my top 5s. Just
I
being in
haven't
the top
played 4
5
yet, so
spot.
okay, I haven't played 4 yet.
And then there's Final Fantasy 12. So I don't know about that. So
You only like the sexy bunny chicks, whatever.
listen, man. There ain't nothing wrong with that.
And the fact that you don't even deny it.
Nah, Final Fantasy 12 is a great game. It can be a little bit broken if you set it up right, but it's still a great game. But Final Fantasy 9, I'm so mad I can't say anything I don't like about the game.
We love to hear it. Yes, sir.
Dang. Wow, I'm a little bit upset with myself right now. I can't shit on this game.
Stay mad. Stay mad.
All right.
I feel good. This was a great podcast. All right, guys, I'm out. Thanks for having me, Shadow.
You were just looking to do that. Just to discuss Final Fantasy 9. That's it.
That's all I'm here for.
Okay.
Right,
Kuja. What is he wearing? What's up with this man?
He's wearing greatness. Okay, listen, he's confident. Would you go out in a man thong? How confident are you, Shadow?
I don't think I would.
All right then. He's a confident, sexy man. That's what Kuja is. Okay.
It's like he's wearing the thong. He's got like the shape of a girl. It's like, what is going on?
I'm sorry, we got pics.
Hey, just wait until he goes Super Saiyan 4.
Oh, okay. So he should be pretty cool. Then we got a super chat from let me pull that up real quick. KJ's. He says, "What's our opinion on Code Vein?" I played a little bit of Code Vein. I didn't play it that much. I thought it was pretty good. I did do a lot of modding. I got 2B in it.
Ooh, nice.
But yeah, it was okay. I didn't play it that much. Did anybody else here play Code Vein?
Yeah, I beat it. I think it's like a really good beginner's game for the genre. It's quite a bit easier aside from 2 bosses, and it does feel like it was made to be played multiplayer. Like solo just doesn't work as well, but I don't know. It is a good game. I rather liked it.
Okay. Yeah, I felt like it was a little bit easier, but then I was saying to myself, well, even if this is easier to compare to like Shakiro and Dark Souls and whatnot, don't think I like the gameplay style for the most part. So it may not have been a game for me, but I don't think I gave it a fair shake. So I think I gotta go back eventually.
It is a tiny bit underbaked. Like not every zone is, that strong, and some of them, like some areas look directly ripped off of Dark Souls, and they like massively overstay their welcome. But I don't know. As a full package, it's pretty good, above average at least.
Okay. All right. So I don't think anybody else played a Code Vein here for the most part.
I mean, I played it for 3 hours, and that's as far as I got. Just haven't gone back to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I played I only played like the beta and the demos, and I said it myself. I said it was really fun, especially for like the anime aesthetic, but it just didn't have like that same level of like polish and detail that you would get from like a Sekiro.
Yeah, you couldn't but the Air Souls.
Yeah, it is a bit underbaked.
Yeah, I was just saying it didn't have that, the same amount of polish that you would get from like a Sekiro or Souls type game.
I do know, though, there's characters that for a fact would at least catch Shadow's eye.
Talk to
They got big old titties.
Yeah, big old anime titties.
And when I say
Like,
I played for 3 hours, I made my character in 2.5 hours and played for half an hour, and then was so drained.
Well, you've at least seen Io then, right?
Yeah.
Io is like the
everything
perfect,
Shadow wants.
She's like the perfect dumpster queen. She literally looks like she crawled out of a...
Oh my god.
She looks like she crawled out of a dumpster, but she's cut all right,
But she's got ass and she's got big boobs.
Yeah, that's not gonna be enough to keep me into the game. You need some gameplay.
I'll show you. Hold up.
All right. So we're gonna move into our first topic here, real quick. Let's go. Let's start with the elephant in the room. Why not? Let's talk about Final Fantasy VII Remake here. The demo dropped, I believe, the first week in March. It dropped, and I think we all play it. Oh yeah, her. She's actually pretty nice. That got me distracted. I'm trying to lead this podcast here. Blake, what you doing? All right. So yeah, I think we all played it in here. Final Fantasy VII Remake, the demo. My quick thoughts on it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought the voice acting was good. Like everybody sound exactly the way I thought they should sound. Especially Barrett. I know he's a little bit over the top, but that's the way Barrett is for the most part. Jesse, I felt, was a little bit thirsty for Cloud, and like I said, if this was reverse, like people would say Jesse is thirsty as hell, and then you have her saying that like she's a real dog, horn dog. The battle system, I made peace with the fact that it was that is an action-based system, but I didn't find too much wrong with it. But we're in the demo, so there's not many options, I guess you could say, for it. It wasn't button mashy. Only when I played it on easy for like my third playthrough of it, it was like dumb easy. Like I was literally button mashing the whole entire game. Now, if anybody plays that game on easy and still has a problem with it, you should reevaluate your gaming lifestyle.
Why you gotta call out Kotaku like that?
I'm sorry, but Kotaku, oh man, they not really good at playing games. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. Like, if you having a problem with this game, especially like the Scorpion boss fight, I forgot what the guy said on his tweet, but it's like you gotta fight the enemy, look at your health, look at the Scorpion's health or something like that. I'm like, what you're describing is playing a normal action game. I don't understand your problems here.
Yeah, that was a very weird description. That was a very weird thing to complain about.
Yeah.
I didn't even play it, but I agree. I'm just like, huh? You mean like any
game, any action game? You gotta pay attention to a whole bunch of systems and stuff like that. What's the problem here?
I agree. That was.
I think they just wanted to complain that it wasn't the turn-based system that they wanted.
The game has to play itself. It has to play itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they want.
Well,
I read. I know Chris Kohler was saying that he couldn't figure it out. That like when he was fighting that boss, he just couldn't really figure out how to do damage. But they tell you like a million times, cast thunder or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Which sucks because Chris Kohler, like he's a pretty cool, like, knowledgeable dude. I actually bought like a book that he wrote last year. What was it called? How Japan gave the video games a one up. It was like this big history lesson about Japanese gaming, and it was awesome. Like, I learned a shit ton. I really didn't think the guy would be bad at Japanese games.
You hate to see it.
Yeah.
Shocking, but it is what it is. It's not working for him. Whatever. To each their own. I think it's pretty good so far. It's promising. I didn't really have that much care for it before the demo dropped, but I checked it out, just, see what we're in for. I'm interested. I'll probably be picking it up. I was going to wait 10 years for the whole thing to come out, but I'll probably pick it up.
Jay, what you think about the Final Fantasy VII demo?
Oh, like, how long you got? Because I haven't just played the demo. I went to a preview event, so I've played 3 and a bit chapters, 3 different bosses, and I've seen like a whole lot more. I will say a couple of things. The first one is it's titled Final Fantasy VII Remake, but it's not a remake of Final Fantasy VII. If you guys like go in with that mindset, you'll enjoy it a lot more, because like everybody in the demo has played Chapter 1, and that is the closest this game ever gets to a 1-to-1 remake of the original. Everything that happens in Chapter 2 is different. Everything that happens in Chapter 7 is different. It's just different. It's like a new compilation title that is just telling a whole bunch of extra shit in Midgar.
Even in Chapter 1, they added enough to the narrative to make it kind of different. Like, if you play Final Fantasy VII, there's a good chance, like, back in the day, you were under the impression that Cloud and his team blew up that entire reactor. But in like the remake, they include that new scene where Shinra actually causes the entire building to get blown up.
Yeah, that's true.
So
Yeah,
it kind of makes them a little less blameful, Cloud and them.
Yeah, but it's giving you angles from like different viewpoints. It's a much bigger, it's just a new game. Like, that's just the way I have to look at it now. And that's actually made me come on board a lot more, because as a remake, it's not great because it's not really a remake.
That's an interesting perspective to go about. I knew that they were going to do a lot of things different, but the problem is I think a lot of people don't know that. They think it is a like straight up remake, and I'm
That's
like,
honestly what I thought.
there's a lot of things that they can expand upon in Midgar for the most part. Like recently, a person that I know, she just recently finished the Midgar chapter of the original, and she said easily there's so many things that they can easily expand upon in that one. So I think a lot of people need to get it through their heads that this like Jay said, this is not a 1-for-1 remake, 1-for-1 shot. So Nick, what did you think of the demo?
Shocker, I've not really played many Final Fantasy. I've only beat 7 and Tactics. And playing this, oddly enough, playing the beginning, the demo gave me a big nostalgic hype. I don't know why. I've only played the game once, but I did enjoy the character interactions and the battle system a bit more than 15. So that's not saying much, because 15's battle system was
Trash. Yeah, go ahead.
But I am looking forward to seeing what they do with the materia system and all that. I bet you Jay's already been through that.
Materia system is fucking sick. Okay, that's one thing. The new materia and upgrade systems, that is hands down one of the coolest parts of the new combat system. I put that all under combat. I don't like the hybrid system, as in I don't like pausing all the time. There aren't enough skill shortcuts to just play this as an action game, and classic mode sucks. But there are parts I like about combat, and that's the materia and weapon upgrade systems, and also like all of the mechanics, all the boss mechanics are so much cooler than the original.
So with the materia system, is it just as in-depth as the original one? Like, you can combine a whole bunch of different materia, like the all material with like fire or something like that, or
Well, so each materia now. So we got jumped ahead to different chapters. So we got jumped ahead to like chapter 7, and we hadn't gone through tutorials or anything about the whole system. But I jumped into the menus to try and figure out what was going on, and it looks like each materia now has its own like sphere grid upgrade system. Where you can take different paths and choose like what stats you want to upgrade, or if they get bonus effects and all other kinds of stuff. So it just looks way more in depth.
Oh, okay, all right. What about the battle system? You said that there's not enough options on that one. Can you elaborate?
I don't like the hybrid system. And that's not like me being, I wish it was just turn-based or whatever. I just don't find it fun, like doing the whole pausing all the time to pick abilities. And there are skill shortcuts, but there's only 4 of them. And by the time you get summons and stuff as options, you will be pause menuing a whole lot. And I just wish there were more skill shortcuts, and I wish classic mode was an actual option, because at the moment the only thing that it does is turn on the AI for the main character, which is just garbage.
Yeah, I was saying that too. I was like, it's just auto attacking, so it's almost like a Xenoblade game for the most part. And I'm just looking through the menus and seeing what's up. Not like it, but still the same. So there's only like 4 like quick slots, I guess you could say, right? So
yeah.
There's too many options. You're basically saying, and you only get these 4 slots.
Yeah, there's way too many. Like, I would like it if I had like 8 skill shortcuts would be enough, so that you would only have to go into the menu for like items, maybe. And that would be fine. It would just mean that you would infrequently have to menu. But with only 4, you have to menu a lot.
But shouldn't you have like the way I was thinking about it is that, like, let's just say you're in a certain section and like you start to realize that all the enemies in a section, this might be good to equip certain magic and skills. So I figured that you shouldn't be going through all the menus all that much if your like current setup is good.
I mean, you could, but then like you're still looking at, with only 4 skill shortcuts, you get so many abilities. Like by chapter 7, with Tifa in the party, Tifa had like at least 10 different abilities that weren't magic. So that was like just 10 different like random kicking and punching moves. And then you add on to magic, like you can equip so many materia. We got jumped to the boss fight in chapter 10, and every character had equipped like 12 different materia on all their equipment.
Okay. Interesting.
It's just there is like a lot there. So I guess you could make a decent setup, like put 1 magic and 3 abilities in your skill shortcuts, but then that's probably just going to start to feel boring because you're not getting that variety.
Oh, okay. All right. Because I can see where you're coming from when it comes to like pausing a lot, because this is like supposed to be an action game, but if you're pausing a lot, it kind of breaks up the action, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I just wish that they like just went full with it. Like if they're going to change it, why like try and keep it a hybrid system? Like if this sort of hybrid ATB action system were a thing, we'd see a lot more of it, but this seems to be the first time.
I guess they wanted to appease everybody for the most part, which they weren't really going to do at all. I guess if they wanted to, they should have just kept it full turn-based, but they knew that turn-based games, I guess they don't sell. They're not dead, but they don't sell well as an action game to everybody except for the people, the people who are going to buy the game, nostalgic people like me. They're trying to get everybody, so I guess I thought like an action-based system would be the best. Souls. What were you saying, man?
Oh no, I was saying, speaking of like the shortcuts, you know how the tails, whenever you get low on scales, you can get this short extra arts system where you can press L1 and then also press R1 to like do even more skills. It should have did something like that to expand the inventory slot. But as far as gameplay goes, I thought that it was pretty fun. However, I can see further down the line there'll be certain characters that you just really don't want to play, because Barrett, I thought, was really boring, especially when I had to shoot all those like turrets at the top of the bridge. Just because he was the only one that can do it, and I had to like constantly reload his gun.
Yeah,
that was kind of monotonous. But other than that, also Yeah, it's an action game, but I feel like, especially when I fought that Scorpion boss, the dodging, it kind of felt pointless to do. Uh, for the most part, especially with the missiles, you had to guard them, and I don't know why I felt like I still taking the same amount of damage even when I guarded. But
yeah, I understand what you're saying about the dodging. I really didn't use it much. I just guarded for the most part. I didn't realize what was going on.
Yeah, maybe it's because I played it like on just basic normal difficulty. If I played it on a higher one, maybe it would have been more useful. Especially because Cloud, who's kind of overpowered in this demo, you can literally just beat up everybody with matching his basic attack. But overall, I thought it was a pretty fun game, though, aside from those nitpicks.
Mm-hmm. Anybody else got anything to say about Final Fantasy VII Remake, the demo?
Yes.
Go ahead, Rico.
So, Final Fantasy VII Remake. I'm one of those other people that I don't necessarily like to call it a remake, and then people are like, "But it's a remake. It's in the title of the game. Why don't you call it a remake?" Square Enix is calling it a remake. Square Enix knows all. It's a remake. I'm like, no, it's not a remake. You know what it is? It's a reboot. Okay. I wish this game was called a reboot because that's how I feel it is. And by old buddy here, confirming with us that there is going to be a lot of drastic changes when it comes to the story later down the line. That only makes it more like, the definition of a reboot to me than, anything else. I think the problem is lately the word reboot, anything that has the word reboot behind it, for the most part, isn't seen as good. So people don't like to use the word reboot anymore. But that's what this is. Like, even from a gameplay standpoint, it's a reboot because, like, to me, when I think remake, I think one-to-one shot, remade from the ground up. So like Shadow of the Colossus or the Spyro and Crash remakes, or even the Resident Evil remakes. Like, you're still saying, say which one?
Link's Awakening as well. Like, that's what I think of when I think remake.
Yeah, see? Something that's like, from a gameplay and story standpoint, barely anything has been touched. It may have been refined for like to make it more accessible, but for the most part it stayed the same, and that's not the case when it comes to this Final Fantasy VII. But for what it is, I like it. I enjoyed what I played. I do agree with Souls when he was talking about the dodging. Feels kind of useless. The blocking on it feels kind of like you're still kind of taking a decent amount of damage. But I could understand them saying no. You got to take some type of damage. You just can't see your block.
Yeah,
I understand that. What was it? I was wondering if there was gonna be a jump button because I when I was using what's his name, Barrett. When I saw Cloud fight one of the floating enemies. I actually saw him jump and do some air combos and whatnot. So I was like, And then I tried it with Cloud. It's just when you go up to them and you press the melee button, he and if the enemy's up in the sky, he will literally jump up there and then start swinging. So you don't.
Yeah, like automatically.
Yeah, he doesn't actually like jump ever unless it's that. So that's interesting. I enjoyed what I play. We'll see how this all goes down.
All right. Blake and Pelvic, what do you guys think?
Oh, I didn't play it, so I got no opinion.
What you mean you didn't play it?
Ooh.
He over here giving you what you wanted.
I'm sitting out here playing Final Fantasy 9, and all you gotta do is play like an hour of a demo. Like, what's going on here, Pelvic?
What? I didn't realize. What just happened? I feel attacked. I need to. Oh my gosh! I'm playing Alliance Alive right now. I'm busy. I don't got time for a demo. Like, and it's like go away, man. Like, I haven't even played the original Final Fantasy VII, man.
Hey, what's going on with that? I'm sitting out here playing Final Fantasy 9. You ain't played the best Final Fantasy in the series.
Okay,
what's going on here?
I did play the best Final Fantasy. It's called Final Fantasy 9. Like, what are you talking about? I've already played it. I've already played it. And then I have to play 4, which I imagine I'm going to love. And there you go. I will play 4, and then I'm going to play 9. And that's all I need to play, right?
Oh,
I think you'll enjoy 4 just as much as you enjoyed 6. Probably a little bit more, a little bit less.
Don't say that, because like I like Final Fantasy 6. Like, I understand the appeal of Final Fantasy 6, but I'm not like gaga over Final Fantasy 6. Like, Final Fantasy 9
I'll be surprised if you're gaga over 4. Since
really?
Next, yeah.
Oh, but doesn't
To
like
be
a
honest.
brooding knight, like a brooding dark knight who wait, do we all play it? Can I talk spoilers? Because someone spoiled like a big thing with the main character for me already, so.
What, for 4?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you could go ahead. I won't confirm more than I.
It's like a 20-year.
Oh, I already know, unfortunately.
Okay.
I already know. But I mean, like I think I'll love, like, I don't know, the idea of a brooding knight. I know I'm not gonna like the fact, like, I don't like when bad guys turn good, or like bad-ish guys, like brooding guys turn good. Like, I hate that, but I'll endure it.
That's that's lame, isn't it? Why would you want to be good? Fuck off.
That's what I'm saying, man. Shit. Fucking good people. Ugh, disgusting. No.
Good for nothing.
But I like you. So, but yeah, I think I'll enjoy Final Fantasy IV. But Final Fantasy VII, the thing, you know what it is with Final Fantasy? I have this thing where if people overhype a game so much, I'm just so uninclined to play. Because I'm like, ugh. I feel like I just know a lot of the story beats of Final Fantasy IX. Like, I know the thing with Sephiroth or Genova or Aerith getting her belly button pierced. You know what I mean? Like, I know all that. And it's just kind of like,
that happens?
Yeah, she gets her belly button pierced.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't know if you guys are messing with me or not.
No, we're not messing. She get her belly button pierced. Like straight up.
I have to. No, I have to go. I don't believe you.
No, Google it right now. Google Aerith belly button
Oh my
pierced.
god.
Just do it right
so
now.
petty.
We not lying.
But I feel like I've just, I don't know. I feel like I know too much. And I'm just like, ugh, okay.
You hate to see it. You know what, Pelvic? You gotta have to download that Final Fantasy VII Remake demo, and I'm gonna need your thoughts. I'm gonna be sliding into your DMs,
Oh no!
asking you about this right now. All right?
Oh no! Do I have to?
You have to at this point.
It's like 45 minutes. You can do it.
Oh my god, that's like 45 minutes. I could be playing Alliance Alive or something.
Oh
That's
my
45 minutes
God.
of like I could be
Oh,
getting loot
man.
boxes in Overwatch. That's 45 minutes I could be sleeping.
Booty boxes? Oh no.
Booty
I just want to say I hate all of you for it took me I didn't even realize the
I didn't lie though.
Yeah, we didn't
I
lie.
didn't lie.
I'm so mad. I'm so mad.
Oh,
I
man.
didn't lie. So
Sitting
fucked
maybe
I'm just saying that I'm playing Final Fantasy 9. You're not playing the best Final Fantasy. As a matter of fact, people in the chat, what's the better Final Fantasy? Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 9?
13.
Let's see. Oh my god. You
sit down.
I got the real answer, and it's
Oh, see,
10.
JRPG said
It's
Final
9.
Fantasy 9. Oh, Jay Run said 9. Oh, Jay said it again. It's 9,
It
everyone.
is
Say
9.
9. See, Jay, see, everyone says 9. Space Burrito, 9.
Oh man.
All right, KK's wrong. We ignore him. Let's see. Josh is wrong. Buster is wrong.
I can
Ebonics
back Josh up
wrong.
with tactics.
Ogun
I can back him up with tactics, but otherwise 9.
showing out here being right. Conpan, I'm sorry, you're wrong. Just some emo kid from Persona 3 who shoots himself is wrong.
Oh,
Man, oh, man.
Wow. Wow.
Sorry, Last Dragoon. Ew, 10?
Yo, hold up. What's wrong with 10?
Whoa.
It's like liking 13.
Whoa. Man, oh man.
Yo. I think 10
Wow,
is
Acebreaker's being disrespectful. He's like, neither, both suck. JK. Gosh, how dare you? No.
That's
No,
okay.
no,
That guy
no.
probably likes Final Fantasy 2.
Hey, I like Final Fantasy too.
All right. Well, we didn't need to know that. But...
Yeah, is that an alt account of yours, Riku? Is that an alt account?
Jesus.
You know what? I don't see a lot of Final Fantasy 7s in the chat, and you know what? I
That's
was thinking
right.
about dropping
That's
some
right.
codes, but now since I don't see no Final Fantasy 7s in the chat, we done with that.
Give me a code. I'll use it to play Final Fantasy 7 on the Switch. How's that? Give me a fucking code right now.
Oh,
Just kidding, don't. I'm not
nah.
gonna play it. I'm not gonna play it.
Tell
I'd probably buy like some other shit.
So, for Final Fantasy VII Remake, what do you guys think the Metacritic score is going to be after a week?
I don't want to chalk up
Oh.
Metacritic scores.
You're still hurting.
87. Wild guess.
I reckon high 80s at a minimum.
Man.
It's going to be high 80s or
86.
I see like a majority really positive, like, people doing like 90s and 100s, and then there'll just be one guy who's like, this isn't a remake, and give it like 40. So it'll knock us down to 80
So you're
something.
expecting Jim Sterling to review it.
Jim Sterling, I said he actually liked it a lot.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure he did. He's just that one guy that always does that. Like he has a
Nothing
habit of
sterling,
just
though.
dragging down like high Metacritic scores.
I don't think he even does Metacritic reviews anymore. I think he just goes in that little
I
section
think-
down
I
the
think
bottom that doesn't
probably-
give a score.
I think probably not since Breath of the Wild.
Oh, his
That's-
Breath of the Wild commentary was funny though. Come on.
The user score is going to be 70 to 80.
That low, 70 to 80. I was thinking more of 80 to 90 on that user score.
Judging by everyone here, I think that's what it's going to be like.
Okay.
Because people are going to be mad. That
I
it's
imagine
not-
the user score will be below the critic score because there are going to be people who still somehow don't even know that this first entry is only Midgar. They're going to be people that were expecting a more one-to-one remake. I reckon the user reviews will be mixed.
I don't even understand how people don't know that this is a Midgar. Like I don't even play the game and I know it's just Midgar. Like I am shocked that people don't know this. Shocked.
I wouldn't be
I know,
surprised if they don't.
I still see it every day, like random little posts on Twitter who aren't doing it as a joke. They just literally don't know.
But that I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm shocked.
How well do you guys think this game's gonna sell? Do you think it's gonna be like GTA numbers, Pokemon numbers?
Whoa, you
No,
can't,
yeah.
you can't beat
Nothing beats
GTA.
GTA numbers.
Nothing beats GTA.
They still the top of the sales today for some reason.
GTA keeps selling. If someone buys, see, as someone who works in retail, someone buys a new console, y'all got GTA? Yeah, of course.
Oh man.
So it'll sell
I-
like Animal Crossing, I reckon. It'll be 10 mil, probably
Yeah,
more.
that's what I'm thinking. If we use like Persona 5 as a base of reference, would that sell like 2 to 4 million maybe? Like worldwide? So this will probably be like 10.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same.
Wow.
It's got that nostalgia behind it.
And the Final Fantasy name sells. I don't know why.
Yeah, I mean, I think
mean,
they could put
it's
out
sold for-
anything with Final Fantasy VII Remake and it would sell at least 5 million just that alone.
Yo, Cooking Mama Final Fantasy Remake 7 crossover?
Oh my
Not
god,
much.
peace.
Yeah, 8 million seems like a good number. I was predicting like 3 million in about a week, so I think 8 million is probably gonna. It's probably.
I mean,
gonna
they
do
might
that.
get 3 million in pre-orders.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
it's possible.
Yeah.
Game's been talked about for long enough.
One more thing on Final Fantasy VII Remake. Do you guys think there's gonna be like a huge controversy going on with the game as soon as it releases?
Yep.
Oh, yeah,
100%.
100%.
Oh,
As
you
soon as
talking
they-
about that
As soon as
scene?
they find like one line of dialogue that's been changed, that's it.
Like, all of it has changed.
Like,
all of the
yes,
dialogue is
literally
different.
all of it has changed, but somebody's gonna pick out one line and be like, that one.
That's not faithful or
That's gonna
something.
start it.
Yeah.
There's going to be an article about the honeybee and
Yeah, I was just.
Oh,
about to bring it
there
up.
is.
I was
yeah.
about to
Oh.
say, yeah.
Oh, there is.
Oh,
You
it might
already
have
know.
been cute and funny in '97, but in 2020, it's surprisingly tone deaf.
Wait, wasn't there a huge like post on Twitter about everyone like, oh my gosh, Cloud's transgender, oh my gosh, and people are like, y'all already doing this right now? Is this what we're doing?
I think there was, and I was like completely dumbfounded by that. I'm like,
I wasn't sure if were they serious.
I think they were.
I don't know.
I think there's a mixture between yes and no.
Oh my god, I can't. I
And
can't.
and wanting it to be yes.
So any last thoughts on Final Fantasy VII Remake?
Yeah, I
Final
got
Fantasy
one.
9 remake. Woo. Let's go.
Yeah.
Like I want to say, like 30 minutes into playing the demo, it hit me. It just suddenly struck me. I was looking at Barrett and I'm like, that's it. Shadow Elite literally walks into his barber and he's like, give me the Barrett. Like you do, don't you? I'm not just making that up. You walk in there and you're like, give me the Barrett.
You might be right.
Goes there for sunglasses.
Going with sunglasses and everything. I gotta go in the gym a few more times, get that bulk up.
Yeah, you gotta bench like 800 pounds to get those fucking arms.
Yeah, eat
Barrett
like 10
is a
chickens.
tank, man.
Yeah, eat like 10 chickens.
Man, Shadow Lee walks in the barber. You just gonna stand there and pretend you can't see this hair crying out in pain? I know you can.
That's exactly how we sound. That's good though. I see some people didn't like that about Barrett. I'm like, did you not play the original? That's exactly how
I
over
like-
the top he is.
I like how extreme Barrett is. I love how
Yeah.
extreme he is.
I love Barrett.
But
I
that
thought
one
he was-
scene, that one
go
scene
ahead.
was like pretty bad exposition. Like that was all for the player. But
Yeah.
at least Cloud and Jesse kind of rolled their eyes at it. So
Like we
they're
know,
aware.
just let them do it.
Yeah, even the writers are aware that it's pretty bad exposition. So why not?
Like I got one thing, and this is something I haven't talked about at all yet. So this will be like totally exclusive to this podcast so far until I talk about it in a video coming up. And it might seem totally irrational, but I hate the new Sephiroth, and I'm calling him the new Sephiroth because the things he says. So his dialogue is. From what I've seen so far, I hate it. I hate his new voice actor. He's not Sephiroth. And not only that, he has, and this is the most irrational thing of all time, but it has seriously tainted my view of him. They've embroidered a pattern into his coat, into his like full-length coat, and it is ruining the whole character for me.
Oh man, I never would have thought about that.
Hey, he said it was irrational.
It seriously is irrational, but you look like they do, the whole like Nibelheim flashback sort of thing. Like they don't do the whole flashback, but they do him standing in the fire, and you can just see like this pattern stitched into his coat, and it just ruins the whole fucking scene for me.
Oh man, I didn't think Sephiroth would be like messed up. Like,
is his dialogue? Is his dialogue worse than Advent Children?
Oh, way worse.
Do you remember?
He sounds like some old woman with a crystal ball.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
There was that line when Cloud and Sephiroth were fighting in Advent Children, and Sephiroth, his big fucking insult to Cloud was, "I just thought of a great birthday gift for you. Have you tried despair?" Like, it can't get worse than that.
That was bad. Yeah, now that I think about it, that was bad. Yeah.
That sounds like Naruto.
The dialogue. So I didn't get to see Sephiroth a whole lot because it was only 3 chapters, but he comes in way earlier, obviously in the remake because he wasn't even in Midgar.
Yeah.
But he was all like mystical, like it just wasn't Sephiroth. He was like doing all this like prophecy and just random. He just sounded like, I don't know, like he was doing astrology or some shit.
So they didn't use the same voice actor that they had in Dissidia? I thought that voice actor was pretty good.
I don't know if it's the same as Dissidia, but it's not the same one that did Crisis Core and Advent Children.
Yeah, maybe it's good they left him out of Kingdom Hearts 3.
Wow, that would have been something I never would have even thought about, because I thought Sephiroth, he's so iconic that you have to be crazy to mess him up like that. Now I'm going to be looking at him like crazy to make sure this is my Sephiroth.
Oh, I'm going to keep a lookout for the stitched
pattern. All right, yeah, I'm going to look for that too.
Wait, I think I actually have a thing of assets. I'll put it in chat because I have like a art thing of it.
Okay, all right, cool.
I'll find it. You guys move on and I'll find it.
All right. So let's go on to our next topic here. What do we got? Oh, probably the bigger elephant in the room, probably. E3 2020 has been canceled. And I was shocked and appalled by this, because even though E3 hasn't been what it was, a couple of years running, it was still E3. It's still something I look forward to in June. I believe it's June. But this is just insane. This T virus has affected a lot of things, and I did not think E3 was going to be one of them. What do you guys think about E3 getting canceled? Pelvic, what do you got? What are your thoughts on this?
Oh, honestly, I feel like E3 was dying long before the T virus. I felt like, Nintendo kind of broke off from it. It's just, why go to this event, play these games where like you're gonna get a demo for it? Yeah, you play it early, or you can just wait for a demo, wait a few weeks longer for a demo, and you can play it in the comfort of your own home. You don't have to put on pants. You don't have to wait in these long lines. You don't, because I've been to E3, and don't get me wrong, like I enjoyed my time there. Sure, it's fun to see like kind of the spectacle, to see the setup. My first year was Breath of the Wild, 2017, and I loved it. No. Was it 2017? 2016, I think, actually, because Breath of the Wild came out in 2016. But in any case, it's just, I feel like E3 is just kind of slowly dying. What, you want a bunch of like free trinkets or whatever? Like, yeah, they're cool, but again, is it really worth the whole planning the trip to go out there? Hotel, food, flight. I'm as long as I get like a direct of some sort, a play, like was it State of Play, Nintendo Direct, Xbox. I don't. Let's be real. Some kind of. yes, it was something to look forward to and stuff, but I'll get the same information either way, you know? So I'm not upset or hurt or even shocked, frankly, you know? So, what are your thoughts on that?
Nick, what do you think about E3 getting canceled this year?
I still think we're going to be getting all the digital stuff and announcements during that week. The trade show is just going to disappear, which I think they should have done a long time ago. Because what people cared about were the announcements and the conferences before the show even. And I'm pretty sure that's what it's still going to happen. I mean, State of Play, Directs, and now every other company is going to have their own digital event. So,
yeah, it's crazy how we thought like Nintendo back in the day, like what was it, like 3 years ago, was crazy for leaving E3, and now that seems to be the way that E3 is going to be going so far.
Yep.
Rico, what do you think about E3 getting canceled?
It is definitely sad because even though I have never went to E3, I was always one of the people that looked forward to the conferences and the megatons and all of that stuff. But times have changed, man. The main reason E3 existed in the first place was because of the fact that we really didn't have the internet back when E3, was a thing. So to get all the majority of your news out, going to this place, it's like magazines and all a bunch of other stuff that for a way for news to get your stuff out. Just times have changed. And yeah, I agree with Pal when it came to the whole, it was kind of on its way out, and Nintendo was like the first to do it, and then it was PlayStation, and especially when PlayStation left. After that, it last year, what was it, last year when it was just Xbox and a couple of other like multi-platform companies.
Sony was just last year.
Man, huh? You said what?
I'm pretty sure Sony was there last year.
I don't think they were.
Not last year.
No, they dipped out last year.
Well, conference. They weren't.
Yeah, conference.
They have a conference.
Yeah. I'm talking about
okay.
Conference wise. Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I get you. Okay.
Yeah, it felt empty, and now like I don't even know what this E3 would have looked like. Just I probably like last, but yeah, everything's moving to the internet now. So I'm more interested to find out if Sony's going to use State of Play to show off all of the stuff that they show off at E3, or if they're going to create just an E3 related one, or PlayStation Experience is going to come back. They got to do something because PlayStation 5 is right around the corner. But
I don't think PlayStation 5 exists.
You said what?
I don't think PlayStation 5 exists.
You don't think PlayStation 5 exists?
Well, they haven't shown anything on it for the most part a while now. They're just talking about what's the most thing we've seen on PlayStation 5? A logo? That's about it?
Yep.
They've at least told us they're working on their next generation console, and we know it's the PlayStation 5. They showed us the logo, okay?
Yeah.
that the logo that took them 3 seconds to make, we know it exists, okay?
And we know the DualShock 5 is just the DualShock 4.
Yep.
I hope it's not, because I do not like the DualShock 4. But point is, E3, RIP. But we'll see. This year is just a clusterfuck, man.
Yeah, this T-virus is messing everything up.
T-virus, COVID-19, just like a whole bunch of crazy shit is happening, and we're only in month 3.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know what half of this year is gonna look like.
We gotta cancel 2020.
Just can we go to 2021? I'm ready for
All
it.
right, let's just jump to it. Blake, what do you think about E3 getting canceled?
So I'm kind of Pelvic and Rico on this one. Like E3 has slowly each year been seeming more and more unnecessary. Last year's E3 I felt was kind of weak at times. I think the only presentations I vividly remember was Microsoft because Phantasy Star and Tales of Arise, and Nintendo's because Banjo-Kazooie and Smash. Aside from that, and Devolver Digital Direct because they had like blood and gore everywhere and they were cutting people in half, and that's all I remember from that, though. I don't remember if they announced any games or not. But aside from that, E3 is it's unfortunate that that's kind of the way that we're going. But if they found some way to make it more like PAX, I guess it could. Or if they made it more public-oriented, I don't know. I don't think there's any way for them to kind of salvage E3. I think at this point, I do believe E3's probably got a few number of years left. I don't really think if anything, this year, if all the companies do their own digital presentations and see that their bottom line has been affected drastically, as in like they saved a lot of money, they'll look at next year and be like, do we really need to go to E3?
Yeah.
At this point, it was just a tradition thing. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking that this is going to be the tipping point to like show them that we really don't have to do any of these conferences anymore.
Especially since I heard, it takes a couple million to even get all that.
Yes, unless E3 lowering their prices, like
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it was pricey for everybody, basically.
Who remembers E for All?
Ew.
Don't remember that.
is that a new virus?
That was the public E3.
E for all. I gotta look that up.
That was like a complete mess, though, right?
Yeah, it was when E3 actually was canceled, and they replaced it with E for All, and then E3 came back after that.
Souls, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I was just saying that. This is like the tipping point, and it's sad that it took the T virus to probably change things for the future. This may be the last. Well, this probably is going to be the first and last time we won't see E3 doing the traditional public conferences thing that we've come to know and love. It's unfortunate, but like Riku was saying, times have changed.
Tarks?
This year, it didn't really feel like E3 was canceled. It felt like a Microsoft conference was canceled. So, I don't know. We're not really... I feel bad for the small developers, because this is where they get all their stuff out there, and that's definitely, I don't know, it's what I look forward to the most. And I really want to see Devolver Digital. I still want them to put out their yearly video. It's like this whole thing for me. Just sit down with a drink and get lost in their madness. But it was coming. It's like that asshole that invites you to their birthday every year, and every year you find an excuse not to go, so they cancel it because nobody shows up. And
Ouch.
I don't know. I don't think the writing was on the wall. So
Wait, how does that affect E3? Wait,
huh?
What?
Oh, sorry. Did I lose somebody?
Yeah, you lost Blake.
No, continue. I'm gonna be over here.
Jay, what do you think about E3 getting canceled?
I don't give a shit. As long as people, as long as they still do presentations or everybody just gets together and announces all their shit at one time, that's fine. The conferences, most of the conferences were just cringe anyway, and the actual presentations that people did digitally were so much better. You might miss so we don't get the one Keanu Reeves bit.
True.
But that's what we miss out on, really.
Yeah, some guy driving out in the sweet tooth truck. Hey guys, remember me? No.
I mean, hey, we got the Game Awards though, right?
No, we don't have. Listen, Game Awards really crushed my soul this year. It was bad.
Was quite the letdown this year.
Listen, when they nominated Jump Force for fighting game
of the year,
that was it. That was it for me. I was done. I was done with Game Awards.
I mean, they need more crazy people to get on stage and say "fuck the Oscars" again. That's what keeps the Game Awards going.
That was where it's at.
That was wild. Holy crap. I mean, he went on for 5 straight minutes, dude. Oh my lord.
Man, it was his time. He said so.
Yeah, it was. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought it was hilarious. I totally think he overwhelmed his stay after a while. I was like, okay, guy, I get you, but my lord.
I loved watching Jeff take his steps away from the guy every time he reached out towards him. He was so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I like how he always tries to play off the whole.
That for.
Yeah, exactly. I love how you always trying to play off the whole moment.
Mm-hmm.
So last thoughts about E3 for the most part. I'm kind of mad if they do cancel it forever and there's no conferences. I was really looking forward to going to an E3 and going to the conferences because I kind of missed that awesome moment when the Final Fantasy VII Remake was announced. I wish I was there to go crazy. But it does make sense for them to cancel it. It costs an arm and a leg, probably 2 arms or 4 arms and a leg to do E3, and you can just get out the same information with Nintendo Directs or something like that.
Well, you know, Microsoft was going to spend millions of dollars on their conference. They could have just made like a small video for like what, 10 grand,
Yeah,
and that's a lot of money for a small video, but they could have done it. Save
Yeah.
a crap ton of money.
Another thing that's kind of going to be like disappointing is that if they do video conferences for everything, it'll kind of make the whole like event shorter. Just because they'll be able to get straight to everything.
I mean, it should, but I'm pretty sure.
Real talk. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Pelf.
I was gonna say, like, you know, I get some people like the theatrics and stuff, but think about it. When people did like conferences, when you know, the president of Nintendo or president of Sony, and any of them, when they came out, I mean, Reggie's an exception because motherfucking Reggie, but when you know, when most developers came out and you know said their piece, let's be honest, a lot of us are just kind of like, we get it, you're happy to be here, you're proud of your staff, and which is great, but everyone just wanted to see the gameplay. You know what I mean? Everybody wants to see the gameplay. We you know, the guy who played like the flute, for example, that was the Game Awards, to be fair, actually. But you know what I'm saying, though, like any kind of theatrics, people, we appreciate it, we get it, you know, it's your time to shine, so I won't fault them for it, but I know, and everyone's like core, we're just like, what about the gameplay? Like, show the damn game, you know?
Yeah.
So
thanks so much, Sean Layden, for telling us that there were 458 million people logged onto PlayStation Plus or whatever the fuck you were saying. Like, who cares? Don't give a shit, man. Move on.
Keanu Reeves did call us all breathtaking. That's gonna count for something. Oh, and what was that girl? She covered was it?
Oh, Ikumi.
Bear with me.
Yeah. Crap. Say her name again. Ikumi.
Ikumi
Tanaka.
Yeah.
Oh, we do like her. We do like her.
Yeah.
What a
We do like her.
Ah, dang, we're not gonna get any more of those.
Yeah, that's true. That was a nice moment. I was looking on Twitter seeing who the heck is this chick, and like that was
She's so precious.
Yeah, that was like a cute moment, I gotta say. But I'm gonna miss E3 if they don't do it. But like I heard a lot of people always say like it was crazy to get to E3, like you're waiting on lines for like most of the day to play like a 30-minute demo of a game. And it would be interesting if they had demos only for the week of E3, but I can imagine like servers being crashed because so many people would be downloading stuff. But yeah, E3 getting canceled, it hurts in a way, but we'll still get all our information that we need for that week via directs and stuff like that.
No,
We'll probably get a
understand
lot
how
more
you
public
feel,
access demos too.
True.
Yeah. But I understand how you feel, Shadow, because, you know, as someone, like, if I never went to E3, I probably would be upset, because I feel like that's, like, every gamer's, like, goal, or most gamers, like, kind of, like, dream, not goal, but, like, a dream, you know, like, just once, just to experience it, even if it's, like, a trash experience, you know, it's like, I've been to E3. You know, there's just something satisfying about saying that. And it's because, like, I've been to E3, though, I feel like I wouldn't exactly be upset if it got canceled. Like, it's a little bit of a downer, but I would be like, okay, my whole, like, week is ruined, boo-hoo. You know?
Oh, it's like you already went to E3, so like I'm good. The rest of y'all, haha, I already went to E3. I see how it is.
I mean, I was trying to say it nicer, but yeah.
Fuck the rest of y'all with the T-virus. Yeah, I'm out.
Got you. Got you.
All right, moving on. So someone take the go.
All right. So yeah, that's E3. So Horizon Zero Dawn, surprisingly, I guess, but I think it's been rumored for a while, it's coming to PC.
No! Oh, come on, Sony! What are you doing?
But yeah, a lot of people are upset about this. I can't see it, but I could definitely understand the move, because after a while, when a game has been exclusive for so long, it's not going to make any more money for them. So it's like, at that point, what's the point of it being exclusive? You might just put it to it. Well, not to your direct competitor, I guess, would be the Xbox, but put it on PC and you might see a resurgence and you can get sales for the most part.
This is true.
Unless they're a Nintendo game.
Oh yeah, Nintendo games, they don't move. So do you guys think that this is the way that PlayStation exclusives are going to go from now on? Like, they'll be exclusive for a couple of years, but once they start, you know, the game is not profitable anymore, they'll move it to like PC or something like that.
Mr. Sony, I don't know his name, Mr. PlayStation said that wasn't going to happen to like all the games, like very few. So I don't think it's not going to be like that going forward. But some games we'll see.
Yeah, I think the ones that, you know, are like the Sony studio ones or whatever, they'll stay Sony, but the ones that are made by, what's Horizon Zero Dawn made by? I can't remember the
Guerrilla
developer.
Games.
Yeah, Guerrilla
Yeah,
Games.
Guerrilla Games. Like those ones, like I think they'll just eventually come to PC, and like who cares? Because if you had to choose between, okay, I'm going to get the PS5 or the Xbox Series X, whatever, and they're like, oh, well, all PlayStation exclusives will come to PC 3 years later. That's not going to like factor into my decision. I'm going to be like, I'll just get the PS5 because I want to play them when everybody's talking about them, not 3 fucking years later.
Yo, Jay, say that again, please. Please say that again. Some people don't understand that. It's ridiculous. Like, we want to play the game right now. We're not gonna wait 3 years for it to come out on PC. It's ridiculous.
It's like it's not a valid. That's not it's just not like a realistic alternative to be like, well, okay, I'll just not buy a PS5 because the games might come out on PC 5 years later.
Exactly.
If anything, I think a lot of people picking up Horizon Zero Dawn on PC have likely already played it or know what they want to know about the game. Because I know Bao already owns the game. He put like 10 hours into it, so he really wanted to go back to it. Now it's coming to PC. He wants to pick it up on his PC just to play it on PC.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's the this is a kind of, in a sense, this is like new and shiny in a figure of speech. So a lot of people will look at it for that alone.
I mean, I didn't play for Horizon Zero Dawn, but I might actually get it on PC and play it on there at that buttery smooth 60 FPS, 1080p. Oh man.
See, it's funny you say that because the resolution, even on PS4 Pro, like the resolution is not good. Or not the frame rate. Sorry.
Oh, well, how's it not good? That doesn't make any sense. That's ridiculous.
It doesn't hit 60, so it's not good in my eyes. But
okay, I can understand that. I could definitely see where you're coming through on that one.
Horizon was like a really high fidelity game graphics wise, so I never played it. I have it here, like still wrapped in plastic, but I would imagine the game runs at 30. Like somebody can correct me on that if I'm wrong, but I'd imagine it runs in 30.
I can't remember. I seem to remember it running. I think on PS4 Pro you could select, you know, like stick it to 30 or make it uncapped, but uncapped was in the 40s or 50s randomly.
When I run it on resolution mode through my Pro, it normally hits 45 and stays there.
Oh, there you go. I Horizon Zero Dawn was okay, I guess. Like at the time, I was like, oh yeah, okay, cool. And then Breath of the Wild come out, and it's like nobody does open world games like Breath of the Wild or Xenoblade Chronicles X because they're not really open world. You can't go everywhere. Like Horizon Zero Dawn is just full of invisible walls and things you can't get on top of. It's just
really.
Oh, really?
Pretty much.
People were comparing it so much to freaking Breath of the Wild. Like,
well, it came out a month before Breath of the Wild, and the same like ancient technology, art style. There's some similarities there.
Yeah, in terms of exploration, though, like I probably because Zelda Breath of the Wild doesn't have a really focused story and that kind of thing. So Horizon Zero Dawn does that better. But if you want to like explore a world and stuff, Horizon Zero Dawn's not that.
Exploring can be kind of tedious in Horizon, honestly. Like the way the mounts feel really clunky in that game.
Wow, I did not know it had invisible walls. I hate invisible walls. I'm about to skip this right now. Get that.
I mean, they're not like it's not like Final Fantasy 15 bad where you can't jump off the edge of like the highway. Like you have to go down the stairs. Even though, why can't I just jump over this?
Sorry, what in 15?
On the highway, and there's like little tiny fences, and you can like you can't jump over that to get down. You have to use the stairs.
Yeah,
which is weird because you can jump over fences in other places, right?
Yeah, exactly. And you can't like jump on top of rocks that appeared to be perfectly jumpable. And Final Fantasy 15 really pissed me off with those invisible walls. So it's not that bad, but like you think, oh, it'd be cool to go there in Horizon Zero Dawn, but you don't get to go there unless it's like a scripted story event.
Oh, okay, all right. I didn't realize that.
That's something, just a side note about invisible walls and stuff. That's one thing I'm really totally slight off topic, but I'm grateful for Last Guardian. You could jump over everything. You can like anytime you know in a game where there's like a cage where you can clearly slide through the bars, like your character totally can slide through the bars, but they can't. That's one thing that Last Guardian I was so grateful for. I was like, oh my god, there's a little bit of common sense here. Like, thank you. But I agree with that kind of game design though.
Like you could be a mouse in a game and can't get through some bars.
For real. And I'm just like, huh?
Yeah, that takes me out of it. I hate that. I think one game that I think was Dark Cloud 1 or 2 that really messed with me with that one. I was so mad.
Dark.
Oh, you don't like Dark Cloud?
Listen. I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Man.
Sir, I didn't say that. What was I think it's just Dark Cloud, because Dark Cloud 1 I really, really like. Problem is I liked it when it came out. I just know for a fact if I played it today, I would hate it. I'd hate it with every fiber of my being. I even watched Tarks did a video on it, and I watched it, and I was like, man, I agree with you. Like, I'm like,
It's
time
clunky.
though, yes, but I look at it exactly. I look at it now. Plus, I hate grinding for items, and that's what Dark Cloud 2 has you do. So, and I tried Dark Cloud 2, and I could not. Oh god, I hate Dark Cloud 2.
I love Dark Cloud too.
You hate to see it.
I love the way it looks more than anything though, so I'll take that for what it's worth.
Nick, what do you think about Horizon Zero Dawn? Did you play it?
I have never played it.
Okay.
I'm sure everybody here owns it, but hasn't played it because I own it and I haven't played it.
Well, it was like the E3 sale last year. It was like $5.99 or something. So I bought it, and it went straight to my shelf.
I played it. I played it day one. Platinumed it.
Yeah, you played it now. You gonna get it again on PC?
No. I'm done with that game. I didn't even come back for the DLC Frozen Wild later in the year, but you know my whole stance on DLC this generation. I really didn't come back for anything. But I thought the game was a very good game. I think it's a bit overhyped. A lot of people are like, this is one of the best games this generation. Well, it's definitely one of the best new IPs. I don't know about that. Like I said, I think in my opinion, it's the highest of 8 you can get. It's a very good game. But if it was up to me, Guerrilla Games, give me that Killzone 4.
We got it. In
No, it doesn't have a 4 in it. It doesn't count.
It wasn't Shadowfall. Like, was it a disappointment?
Shadowfall was okay. All right.
Oh.
It was all right.
Trash, but it was just an okay game. All right.
Okay.
It's okay.
Because after it launched on PS4, like you never heard anything about it again. I ain't forgot that game came out at one point.
That's what I was playing day one. Shadowfall and Warframe. For the longest.
Oh yeah, Warframe was the thing day one. I remember that.
Yeah, I was fucking both of those games up.
That and
Yeah, I kind of stopped buying a lot of console Western. I've only focused on JRPGs and fighters.
There you go. There's nothing wrong with that.
As far as I've been hearing, you're a fan of Trails, aren't you?
And Tales.
Yeah, Trails and Tales. Okay, I see.
Hey, I think he liked Tales a little bit more. All right, so
is that so?
Nothing wrong with that.
The Tales Destiny remake is the best Tales game ever made.
I've never played.
Still waiting on that game. Still waiting on it.
You just know.
It said that we're never gonna get it.
Yeah, there's a reason for that. Because we all know Tales of the Abyss is the best one. You know, Tales of Hearts R is crap. You know.
Hey, can we not?
I'm not gonna argue that. Like,
Jesus Christ.
The original Tales of Hearts is better than R.
Big
Ouch.
facts. Big facts.
I've never played. What's different about it? Why wouldn't it be
It's
the
a
same?
whole fucking game.
The whole game's different.
Can we start
Nuh-uh.
with the opening cutscene? Did anybody see like the 3DS cutscene where they're like in 3D with like realistic looking models? That shit is weird.
Okay. There was on the DS. There was the anime edition and the CG edition. And the anime edition had the anime cutscenes, and the CG edition had that weird 3D stuff.
Yeah, we can forget that 3D stuff ever happened.
It's a little bit jarring to even see that, but they only made that because they thought they were going to release the game in the West, and at the time, games released in the West just wasn't flying. So,
well, boy, did they not understand their audience.
Oh, absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, that's a nightmare to see. All right, so that's Horizon Zero Dawn. Let's move on to one more topic, or actually no, we got 2 topics before we go into the other stuff. All right, so this this is something interesting for me personally, and I really want to hear. I want to hear Jay's thoughts on this one. Square Enix. Has Square Enix been on a comeback tour? Are they, without a shadow of a doubt, a good developer and good publisher right now? Because me personally, I'm still a little bit iffy on them. They've disappointed me so many times in the past. I didn't personally like Kingdom Hearts 3. I thought the game, you could have chopped up most of that game and just gone with the ending. The whole battle system was just too easy button mashy. Final Fantasy 15, you guys know how I feel about Final Fantasy 15, a train wreck. Final Fantasy 13 disappointed the crap out of me. Parasite Eve, going back to Parasite Eve, the third birthday, just a terrible, terrible decisions story-wise. And then factoring in all the bad ports they've done over the couple of years, like Chrono Trigger, that was just terrible. How you gonna release a classic like that at first terribly? I don't know. But yeah, I would say with Final Fantasy VII Remake, if that game drops and I love it wholeheartedly, then yes, I will say Square Enix is back, and I will always look at their games and be like, okay, I don't have to wonder if this game's gonna be bad or not. I can just get the game and be impressed, you know? So, Jay, do you think Square Enix has come back, or did you think that they ever fell off?
Okay, look, like Square is, to me, I always look at them as individuals, and I've always thought that Tetsuya Nomura's teams were not good. We'll leave that at that. And I still don't trust Tetsuya Nomura to direct anything. And if Final Fantasy VII Remake comes out and it's really super amazing, like I'm on board with Final Fantasy VII Remake as it is from what I've played. I think I'm going to enjoy it. But then again, is it the game that should have been in development for 6 years? I'm not so sure. And I think that's always going to be a problem with Tetsuya Nomura games. But as far as Square goes, moving from like the PS3 era to the PS4 era, I think they have started a good comeback. Like the Dragon Quest XI, like that team has been pumping out good stuff. Final Fantasy 14 is doing amazingly, and if what's his name? I always forget his name. The director of Final Fantasy 14, like if he is doing Final Fantasy 16, I have huge hopes. So yeah, I think, and them just taking chances, like being publisher for Nier Automata and stuff like that. So I think they've definitely got a better output than they did in the PS3 era. But I still don't trust Tetsuya Nomura as director on any project ever.
Yeah, we do not blame you on that one. Talks, what do you think?
Half their company is kind of mismanaged. There's no reason why any of these games really need to be in development for was it like 5 to 10 years? Back when Final Fantasy 12 came out, that set a Guinness World Record for the longest development time for a video game, and they've broken that more than once. So, and I mean, the level of quality is not exactly going up that much for how long their development cycles are going on. They're in competition with people who are pumping out way better games for way less money in way shorter amounts of time. Some of them are quite mismanaged. On top of that, they do have vested interests in some crappy games. They published, what was it called? The Silent Man?
Silent Man, never heard of that one.
Was it called The Silent Man?
And that stupid...
You play
Quiet Man, the Quiet One or something.
Oh, it was an utter disaster. One of the worst games that came out the last 3 or 4 years. What is their small RPG studio called? The one that made Oninaki and Lost Sphere and I Am Setsuna. They need to put more money into that because those games do have potential, but they're not hitting them. I think otherwise, I'll give them credit for pumping money into Platinum to put out Nier, the Enix division or the Enix division that is more or less responsible for the Dragon Quest IPs. I'll give them credit there. And if Final Fantasy VII turns out good, I'll give them credit for canceling it the first time because apparently that wasn't going well. Otherwise, I think they're mismanaged, but they have potential.
Okay, all right. Nick, what do you think?
Well, I'm not really a Square Enix fan, so I'm not really sure. They're not SquareSoft. That's all I miss SquareSoft.
I think we all do.
They haven't really made. I mean, Final Fantasy 15. That was a blunder. Kingdom Hearts 3 was. It feels like it needed to cook a little more. Like I think that's Square Enix in a nutshell. They need to cook their games a little.
What's sad is, yeah, they do need to cook their games more, but like they've already spent like years in the oven, so it's like, what the hell is going on?
No, I think it's not they don't need to cook more. It's that they've cooked them way too long. Half the flavors like cooked out of it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Like there was like 7 years Kingdom Hearts 3. Like no game takes 7 years unless it's like what Red Dead Redemption 2. No, I think Red Dead Redemption 2 was only 5, and we've got a linear single player RPG that lasts like 25 hours. 7 years. What?
Unfortunate.
Right. I kind of wish they focused on the Kingdom Hearts story instead of the Disney stuff.
They did towards the end. Oh, they definitely did towards the end. Didn't have to play half that game. What you had to do was just start where after the Disney worlds were over. That's when the game actually started. Rika, what do you think?
About Square Enix? I think they're making a slow comeback. I think last generation, they definitely, out of all of the generations that they have existed, they've lost a lot of people last gen. This gen, I feel it's half. I think they made some decent games, but for the most part, a lot of them have been disappointing, like you guys said. 15 and Kingdom Hearts 3, arguably, some people don't think that game is that great, and I'm one of them. But we'll see. I think 7 will be the one that should put them back in good graces with people. They did a decent job with Octopath. Does anybody know what part of their team was handling that? I need to get those people and put them to the front. Put them on a Final Fantasy 6 remake or something like that.
There we go. That's what we need.
Final Fantasy 9. Final Fantasy 9.
I only said that because it's. I only said that because that's a Sprite. So I say do 4, 5, and 6. Re-release that as like. Yeah, re-release that like a type of thing. Same thing with the whatever team is handling the Saga series. Everybody likes to not talk about the Saga franchise, even though the Saga franchise is like a little sister to the Final Fantasy one franchise, and they've been trying to bring those over, and apparently a lot of people liked Saga Scarlet Grace, so apparently those guys are doing good things, but they just don't get a lot of shine, sadly. Yeah, I mean, we'll see what Square do. We even know what Square is doing after 7, like the 7 after that's out? Well, like, what's down the pipeline for them? Do we know?
We thinking that, well, for the most part, the main development is going to be on the next part of Final Fantasy VII Remake, but we don't know if that's confirmed or not.
Yeah, and we don't know what they're doing with Kingdom Hearts after they release that DLC. So
they said they got like 4 Kingdom Hearts games in development or some
Jesus.
shit.
What?
Oh
Jesus.
my god!
They said there's like, we've got multiple Kingdom Hearts teams now working on multiple new projects, and the first one they announced was that new mobile game or whatever it was.
See,
Project Xehanort or something.
There's another mobile game?
Yeah, something Xehanort.
Of course,
There's
it's
2
something
now?
Xehanort.
There's Unchained and
You know what's crazy
Jesus
is they said Xehanort's story was over, but now we're gonna get a mobile game featuring Xehanort. Okay.
Yeah, see, that's the shit I don't want from Square.
Blake and Souls, what do you guys think of Square?
Well, Shadow, I'm glad you asked, because all this talk of Square putting food in the oven kind of make me hungry. But be that as it may, I think for whatever reason, it seems like recently, no matter how long Square cooks these games, they're always fucking raw. So, I don't know. Just the last few games they've put out have not been up to par. And a lot of people, when I tell them I'm not picking up Final Fantasy 7 day one for full price, they're like, "How could you not pick this game for full price? It looks like a full price game." And I'm like, we'll see. Because I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like Square titles drop in value quite fast these days. Kingdom Hearts, I picked up Kingdom Hearts 3 for $20 over Black Friday.
Yep.
So I don't think I'm missing out on anything. Skipping Final Fantasy VII for right now. But yeah, the company seems like it's in an interesting, I'll say interesting situation right now.
Okay, all right. Souls?
I'd say, they definitely not know Capcom, because Capcom, they've been making strides, but Square, I think they're slowly coming back to a resurgence. Like they're slowly putting their time into their other studios, which is good, but they kind of need to give them a little bit more to work with while they still do their freaking millennial games that take a trip. They just need to I want to say not diversify, but just put their focuses more on their outside studios.
Okay.
Just because that seems to be like where they really like hit their stride.
Okay, so that's Square Enix in a nutshell. We think they're on their way back, but we need one more game to solidify
Not just one
that.
more. We need. I say we need 3 more games.
Yeah, damn, you worse than me.
Bravely second. Bravely second.
Yeah, that
You mean
game
Bravely Default 2?
with no problems.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I think she
Wait,
meant Bravely Default 2.
Bravely Default 2?
Or I'm sorry, yeah, Bravely Default 2. It's not Bravely second.
Oh, yeah, they
bad.
announced
Same
that,
thing.
didn't they?
I totally forgot
Yeah, I
about
was
that.
like,
I
y'all
know
know
what
what
you
I'm
meant.
talking
I completely
about.
forgot about that too.
I didn't. That's like the one game I'm like freaking over the moon about, man.
I do find it interesting that the Bravely series is kind of like the segue of type of Final Fantasy games that spewed off of 5, and Saga is the Final Fantasy games that spewed off of Final Fantasy 2. That's interesting to me.
So real quick about Square Enix and Final Fantasy VII. When do you guys think we're gonna get the next part? How many years is it gonna take for them to drop?
Midway through
I'd
next
say
gen.
2. I say 2 years.
No.
I say midway through next gen.
2 years. 2 years is so
Wow.
optimistic. They'll say
Yeah.
like they'll do an announcement in like a year's time, and they'll be like, "It's coming out 2022," and then they'll fucking delay it,
And then they'll say the T-Virus is still around and T-Virus delayed game.
I like 3 years. I'm expecting it, and I think that's pretty optimistic.
Yep. Yeah, I expect the same thing. 3 years, and that's just giving them too much credit.
If part 1 is all Midgar, what's part 2 going to be?
Exactly. Who the fuck knows?
Exactly.
I'm going to be really optimistic.
I don't even
here.
think they know.
We're really optimistic here, and Final Fantasy VII Remake is actually going to be the whole game. They're just pulling her chains.
Yo, you know what's crazy? I was thinking about that.
Can we make bets on this, please? Please, I will bet $200 right now.
You know,
200 right now.
You know, Square loves to
200.
talk about everything they have in their games now these days. So even if that was the case, I feel we would have seen trailers of or when those people broke into the game.
And didn't they end up data mining the entirety of the demo, so we know like everything was in the game?
I think so. Yeah.
I think we would have seen at least some Yuffie and fucking, the other characters that aren't going to be in this game.
Yeah. I think they did data mine and said that they saw some stuff from the next town. What was the next town in Final Fantasy VII? Juno? Was it Juno or I can't remember.
I did hear that. I did hear that they data mined it. And there was at least some sort of code that points to more late game stuff. So it's possible that a lot more is in development than we realize right now. So, like, I like to joke around and be like, "Oh yeah, I'll pick up the full thing in 10 years." But I do think that if they play their cards right, they can probably push it out in a year and a half. And that's probably the shortest amount of time anybody's going to guess.
Yeah, Mike.
It's 100% possible if they had a competent management and directorship, but they don't. So it's going to be 3 years at minimum. But I don't think Midgar only was the plan all along, because they first announced it and they didn't even tell us it was in installments when they first announced it. And 5 months later, they said, "Oh, it's going to be in parts." And then we didn't find out it was Midgar only for years afterwards. So I reckon they were working on other towns. They were working on other stuff. And then partway through, they were like, "Well, we're not going to make it that far. Let's just do Midgar." So there probably is stuff done outside Midgar, but not enough to include in the game.
In their defense, they have been trying to do episodic stuff like this for a long time. So they could have been planned. Like the third birthday was originally going to be an episodic game for mobile phones, like way back then.
I think that the plan to have it in parts was always a plan. I don't think Midgar only was always the plan.
Okay,
I think
yeah,
that came way later.
Okay. Man, I had to bring up the third birthday. Just kills me.
And that keeps popping up, right, Shadow?
Yeah. but I will say this: if they announce a Parasite Eve remake, then I'd be like, I love Square Enix again. I'll say that.
Parasite Eve was so good. I'm not gonna lie. I was really impressed that I enjoyed it. I didn't expect me to like it, but I'm quite a fan.
If they'd done a Parasite Eve remake, I wouldn't mind if they made like a full-on like expansion like they're doing with FF7 right now. Because Parasite Eve's like it's 10 hours.
Yeah, it's a really short game.
Yeah, I could take more of that easily.
Easily. Damn, they need to do that right away. All right. Quick little topic. I don't expect to stay too long on this one. Reggie Fils-Aimé goes to GameStop. Yeah, just everybody's quick thoughts. You guys think he could turn the company around, or is this some
Hell yeah, he's got it, man. Yes. He's got it in the bag.
Oh, wow.
His body's ready, and so is GameStop, right?
Yo, Reggie retired from Nintendo so we could start New Game Plus on GameStop.
Let's go. He's ready for it.
Yeah, I don't know what this means. I think GameStop is in too big of a hole to get the.
Have you met Reggie? Are we talking about the same person?
Well, Reggie survived the Wii U. All right, he survived the Wii U. He survived the 3DS at launch, which was trash. I'm pretty sure he was there for it.
Oh man,
he might be able to help.
I mean, well, what can they do at this point? What can GameStop do?
Put Reggie's face on cases.
I don't know. I think GameStop has too bad of a rep. They're already in the hole too much. They're already closing down stores. They're bleeding money. So
you wait. We're gonna start getting GameStop directs, man.
Oh my god,
that's what's gonna happen. You're gonna walk into a GameStop and Reggie's gonna walk out of the back and give you like this whole speech.
Dude, have Reggie on the TV at the games. Yo, bro.
No, not on the TV. Right there in the store. He's just gonna walk in and start talking.
Yeah, no, it'd be like loot boxes, but for GameStop. So like it's just a random chance to have Reggie appear in store. You don't know which store or when. You have to go and buy stuff.
Oh, hey there, gamer.
Oh yeah, synced up to your 3DS Game Pass.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy could do.
He could do like a Club Nintendo thing, but for GameStop.
True. Yeah.
Like here's the thing. I know you guys are all talking about GameStop, and GameStop own EB Games over here, which is Australia's largest games retailer by far. Yeah, and EB Games over here is EB Games over here is hugely profitable, and they've just started converting so they had EB Games, and then they opened a store called Zing Pop Culture, which was just selling like merch, video game merch and anime merch and stuff. And now they're converting every single EB Games store into an EB Games Zing double because Zing is so profitable.
Okay.
So GameStop bought Think Geek because of Zing over here. That's why. So Think Geek, we have all this Think Geek merch in Zing stores. So I don't know if that's where they were already heading, if they were thinking, well, can we do that? Can we make a lot of money from merch?
All right, Blake, you can back this up because we have EB Games. We go into them all the time.
Bro, I work with EB Games. Let's get it, yeah.
I want to say like a year and a half to 2 years ago, EB Games converted half the inside of their stores to just like walls of Pop Funkos and stuff. Like our EB Games do not sell as many video games as they used to. They're like half merch stores, but we never had a Zing or anything like that.
So to talk a bit more in detail about what happened there was, I believe EB Games bought out, at least in Canada, bought out several smaller companies. We actually, when Toys R Us closed in America, we actually inherited some of the stuff from that. And it just came down to we weren't selling as many games as we would have liked. So in order to not go out of business, something about adapt to the times, I think is what they said. And they ended up merging with a few companies. They bought out Think Geeks. We have a lot of Think Geek merchandise as well. Pop figures specifically are ridiculous. That stuff goes for we sell so many pop figures on a daily basis. It's ridiculous how much we sell. But it's definitely been a big change. I remember when my first day there, I stole baby clothes, and I was like, this is not what I signed up for.
Baby clothes? What the freak?
Yeah, I sold all Wonder Woman baby clothes.
Oh, the hell? Okay.
That's thinking, bro.
That's one way to do it.
Our EB games are not dedicated game stores anymore.
Yeah, I walked into GameStop the other day, and literally half the store is all merch. They're like Hot Topic.
Yeah.
My last year at GameStop is when they started doing the Think Geek stuff. It was awful. It just like half the store just disappeared and went all merch.
All right. So I guess that's it for Reggie and GameStop. Real quick, Jay. What's going on over there in Australia? They canceling anime? Like, what is that about?
Some fuckhead senator. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I mean, but our politics is. I mean, I know you guys got some problems, but our people are just. I hate every single one of them. They're all ridiculous.
At least he's honest.
But like,
I mean,
go ahead.
He's an independent senator. Not an independent. He's part of a very small party that, because of the way our ridiculous political system works, they kind of have a lot of power because they hold deciding votes. So whoever's in government right now has to convince them to vote with them if they want to pass stuff. So they hold a lot more power than they should have. And this guy, he just doesn't understand anything.
Oh, wow.
Because I don't think he's ever actually lived in the real world.
Like Australia's, they've always had a pretty big think of the children movement, haven't they?
But the funny thing is, right? So we have a thing called Senate estimates, where senators ask experts or people from the public sector questions, and this senator asked the person in control of our rating system, so to get a game rated, and they were like, so why are all these animes and anime games got all this child rape in it? And then and the head of our ratings board was like, yeah, see, the ratings for rape and that kind of stuff applies to real events, you fuckhead. Basically. And then she put him in his place. So in general, so it's just this one idiot. So Australia's not trying to ban anime, thankfully. It's just this one idiot.
Okay.
That has way more of a voice than he should have.
Okay, because I heard like somebody showed up to work with like an anime figure and he got fired or something like that. I was like, wait, what?
Well, I mean, depending on the type of figure, that can happen anywhere.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
I got my body pillow. Actually, I think my manager told me to bring it in once. So I mean, nah.
Ah, man, don't do that. All right. So let's move on to our next topic. This will be our last topic, and then we'll go to Discord questions. It's our one gotta go. So for one gotta go, we take three things and we all discuss which one we're gonna get rid of forever. It's not like we have anything against these three particular things: games, consoles, whatever have you. Which it's just purely for discussion. That's all it is. All right. So for our one gotta go, this is upcoming games edition. One gotta go between Shin Megami Tensei 5, Tales of Arise, and Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. If you had to pick one I guess we wouldn't get at all in the future, which one would it be? And
can I ask a question before we go in though?
Go ahead.
Does Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition apply to the original release as well?
I'm gonna make it hard for you guys. Yeah, it does.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. So Talks, go ahead. What you gonna get rid of?
Yeah, okay, so you had to go and do it. I'm gonna go Tales of Arise, I guess.
Ooh.
It's been too long since the last it's been too long since the last Shin Megami Tensei. Like, it's been way too long since the last Shin Megami Tensei. Xenoblade Chronicles is better than arguably most Tales games, and Tales of is my favorite franchise. I can probably
Big fan.
float a few more years on how much I liked Berseria, but yeah, I don't know. I guess Tales, we're gonna get another one. There will never be another Xenoblade Chronicles, and Shin Megami Tensei's just been too damn long.
All right. Wow.
Fake fan.
Right.
Fake fan.
It's all right. Oh man, that's crazy. Nick, what do you think here?
This one's very easy. Shin Megami Tensei 5, because the game doesn't exist.
Oh man.
What is it with you in games not existing right now?
Oh, all right. Riku, what you got rid of? Oh, go ahead, man.
It's also to help you, man. Because I know Shin Megami Tensei 5 being in the ether is tortured.
It's been like how many years since it got announced? It's ridiculous. Riku, what do you think?
Well, I'm looking forward to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, so that's not going anywhere, right? And I'm trying to dive deep into the Tales of games. You make my way through it. So Tales of Arise, I'm actually looking forward to it, even though we really haven't seen shit. But again, we really haven't seen shit of that Shin Megami Tensei 5. And I really don't have any connection to that entire franchise other than Persona, which people say technically isn't a part of that anymore because it doesn't even have its name inside its title anymore. So, bye. Megami Tensei 5. Okay. Shin Megami Tensei 5.
Souls.
Man, I hate to do it. Definitely not Tails.
Okay.
But
choose your
I'm still working my way through. I'm still working my way through the SMT on the 3DS. So I'm going to just stay right there, and I'm going to just stop it where it's at. We're going to just say SMT.
Wow. Oh man, SMT.
I think you overrated SMT in this chat room.
Probably did. Oh,
doesn't help that Bao's not here either.
Yeah, it doesn't help that Bao's not here because he would be repping it.
Oh, he would definitely say get rid of Tails.
Yeah, he would say definitely get rid of Tails because Xeno ain't going nowhere.
Let's see. Blake, what do you think?
So before I give my answer, I think we're at 37 likes and we're at 80 viewers. That doesn't add up. If we can get to 100 likes on this stream, your boy will stream Tales of Cold Steel 1 after the broadcast.
All right, time to pull up the Smurf accounts.
Hold up. Now in terms of which one gotta go, so long as Persona 5 Scramble is still coming out, Shin Megami Tensei 5 can go by the wayside. I'm gonna just leave that out there. And Tales of Arise looks interesting. So I mean, yeah. And Xenoblade is my bread and butter. Xenoblade is my baby. They ain't going nowhere. They ain't going nowhere but the inside of my Switch.
All right. So, Pelvic, what are you getting rid of?
Mm-hmm. Oh, you already know. Shinigami's gone. Way gone.
Let's go.
Think about it. I have no connection. None. Tales of Arise, I am pumped for. Xenoblade Chronicles is one of the greatest RPGs ever.
Even with that battle system.
I don't hate the battle system.
I think 2 had the best battle system.
I have a personal gripe with it. It's just me.
I don't hate it. I don't.
I like it. I fully like the battle system. I thought it looked stupid and boring at first. I like it.
Yep, me too.
Mm-hmm.
There will never be another Xenoblade Chronicles. Nobody can pick that.
Wow. I didn't know you felt that strongly about it. Jeez. Yeah.
Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Honest to God, feel like that game's a damn near masterpiece.
Oh shit.
Talk to him.
Excuse me. What about Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
Nah.
Fuck that. What about Xenoblade Chronicles X?
God.
And
damn.
I know you're all gonna.
Yes.
Why?
Bring over X.
Why?
The disrespect
Is
for
the
Chronicles
best.
2.
I'm sorry. Xenoblade Chronicles X is the best fucking open world game that's ever been made.
Tell him again.
Wow.
No.
Tell me a better open world game. Go on. What? It's gonna be Breath of the Wild. Go on. That had like
If
a
anyone says
story.
Skyrim, they get disowned if they say Skyrim.
And Skyrim
I
had,
like Skyrim. Screw you. I like Skyrim.
You can like Skyrim, that's cool, but Skyrim ain't nowhere near as good as Xenoblade. I'm just leave it out there.
X?
Oh, man.
Oh God, I felt like X. I was like slog. Like I started to enjoy X once I got my what do you call it? That
Scale?
Thank
Yeah,
you.
the scales.
That scale, not a gun.
Well, it's because once you're in the scale, you don't have to worry about the dinosaurs eating you, unless it's your king.
Oh,
But
God.
That sentence, that whole sentence, man. Say that to anybody on the street. Yo, man, once you get a scale, you don't gotta worry about the dinosaurs eating you.
Wait, what?
Unless you're into us at the King.
It
you
sounds
can
like a
sort of thing.
Devolver Digital
Oh my
conference.
god.
No, oh my gosh, I can like, really. You guys, like, I just don't understand the crazy love for 2. I
Bro,
understand
2's
scales are
OST.
cool. Or not 2. Sorry, for X. 2. I mean, 2's fine. Like I like 2. It's not the first. The first one's still better than all of them. I don't care what any of you guys have to say.
I agree.
But
It's a
I'm
fact.
with you. I'm on your side.
okay.
The
Oh, thank you.
disrespect for
Finally.
2 in here. Oh my god, how you gonna do that
Hey,
to my
You
pilot?
just
I
like
really like
Pyra. You
Listen.
just like big titties.
Yeah,
like,
Shadow, I feel
I
like
just-
without Pyra, you would not be campaigning this hard.
Whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. It's not just about
All you
that.
remember, you don't talk about Nia, you don't talk about Morag, you don't talk about Mithra, who's arguably better. Like,
Aw,
it's
Yes. Yes.
man.
Well, okay. Outside of girls, what do you like about 2?
Okay, the battle system was really good. The all the blades are pretty good. How you get the blades is just questionable.
Ass.
Like the story is actually pretty cool too. At the end of each chapter, I was always wondering what was gonna happen next. You know?
I'll give you that. That's true. You're right about the chapters. I did think at the end of each one, I was like, oh shit! Like I was excited to play more.
Voice acting was kind of.
Okay,
Yeah.
Rex in English was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you could beat. You're gonna beat him with the power of friendship.
Yeah, I was kind of.
I mean, that's just JRPG.
Welcome to JRPG.
That's just JRPG.
And Fairy Tail.
Though.
Whoa, no.
Don't bring up fairy
Oh
tale.
my lord! You had to
bring
start
up
it.
Fairy
You
Tail.
had
Don't
to
stop this,
open your
man.
mouth.
Don't
I
stop
had
this, man. All right, hold up. All right, Jay, we almost lost you in the shuffle here, man. Which one of these are you getting rid of?
Like there wouldn't be a Hope in Hell Tales of Arise going anywhere, so I don't even know why you included that in this choice.
I picked
And like it really is a hard thing because I really like Shin Megami Tensei, but I don't think I've ever loved a Shin Megami Tensei.
Ooh.
And I've barely seen anything of Shin Megami Tensei 5, so it's probably the one I'm least excited for at the moment. So it'd probably have to be that's gone, because I'm actually really looking forward to Definitive Edition Xenoblade Chronicles.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. So, my opinion on this one. All right, so we're gonna have to go with process of elimination. We ain't getting rid of Shin Megami Tensei 5. All right, I love Shin Megami Tensei 4 and Apocalypse way too much to not see what they got in store for 5. All right. Okay. It's between Arise and Xenoblade.
Brace for impact.
Okay. Unfortunately, of these two games, I've played one of them already. So, with that being said, we're gonna have to get rid of Xenoblade Chronicles on this one.
Oh,
Okay,
I got a question.
I can't be associated with this bullshit. What the
Wait,
fuck?
wait, you
My
al- you
brand's on
also
the
did-
line.
You also
got-
did
we-
say that getting rid of that one gets rid of the original.
Exactly. Therefore, remove.
It'll be erased from your memory.
Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
you doing that? Oh man, you doing
You
that?
said that.
I mean, technically, if you played one Tales game, you kind of played all of them.
Not really.
How dare you?
The 3D ones, yes, kind of.
Oh man. All right, so if we're putting it that way, I'm still too curious to see what Tales of Arise is like. So I'm still gonna have to get rid of Xenoblade on this one.
Man, oh man.
I like-
Bao
you
is
like-
like.
Yeah.
I mean, look, to
Good
back
one.
Shadow up, okay, Xenoblade Chronicles 1 is my least favorite of the 3. I love it,
Oh!
but it is my least favorite.
Oh my
Oh
God.
man.
You know, I had so much respect for
Ima-
you at the beginning of
imagine
this
thinking
podcast.
they was cool people.
Yeah, imagine.
It goes
Imagine.
X, then 2/Torna, then 1.
I
Wow,
am
put it in
appalled.
perspective.
I am
Wait.
appalled
Hold
that
on. You keep Torna over base game though, right?
Oh, it depends. Like, there are some great things about Torna that are better than XC2, and there are some
Like
things
the
about
voice
XC2
acting?
that are better than the Torna. Yeah, but I mean, a lot of it was the same voice acting.
But
Wow.
Torna didn't have gacha.
Oh man.
It's true. See, that's one huge improvement. But the thing is, I played them in different order. So I didn't play Xenoblade Chronicles 1 when it first came out because I didn't have a Wii. So Xenoblade Chronicles 1 was actually the one I played last. And it feels like kind of safe or kind of bland compared to the other two, having played it last.
Okay.
I don't.
The
don't
entire
relate.
world is on 2 giant mechs.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's
Tart.
cool.
My man. Yes.
You call
And
it,
I'm not-
Fucking,
how do you call it? Bland?
oh my god.
How do I
I
kick
don't.
Jay?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
One's gotta go. Jay.
Yeah.
I will say this though, I've never seen somebody put like ranking the Xenoblade games. I've never seen somebody put Chronicles 1 last. That's interesting.
Never.
But, hey,
Because they're fake
that's-
fans. They're excommunicated.
I do get what Jay's
Look,
saying about it being
When
black.
you're not viewing things through nostalgia glasses, it's
Wow.
just you talk about things real.
Now he's.
I think the blandness comes from it being on the Wii.
We'll see how this remake does.
Honestly, I felt like the Wii's limitations gave it a really defined and kind of attractive art style.
Oh wow. Damn.
Maybe that's just me.
Yeah, out here,
I
cat.
mean, they
definitely
did
highlights
literally
related.
have. They literally did have a sword in the freaking menu when you first start the game. Nothing else.
What's wrong with that? That's iconic. That's my desktop right now.
Are you
That
talking
music's nice,
the
though.
Monada? You can't just call it just a sword.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
And less is more. Like, what are you talking about? There's beauty in simplicity. Like, oh my gosh.
Souls, I will not even get started on the Monado. On this is the Monado's power.
No.
All right, all I'm gonna
I
say
want to see
is
feeling it.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is the best one. All right, we're gonna move on to our
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait,
okay.
oh wait,
Nah, I honestly don't know. I can't rank them. Not
wait,
right
wait.
now, at least.
But that's like saying Persona 4 is the best Persona game. That's just incorrect.
It kind of is because Persona 5 is better. Sometimes I don't know about
Sometimes.
Persona 5 is
Yeah.
better than what?
4. Persona
Oh,
4.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
not too sure about that one. All right. So let's jump to our Discord questions real quick, and then we're gonna hop up out of here. Let me just see if I can pull it up. Actually, let me see. Man, I'm having a hard time here. What the freak? All right. So, first one we got Hoodley asks everybody, what's the most random piece of trivia you know?
Hyena. Well,
I really
I'll
don't
let you
have one.
Dolphins rape other animals.
What the? Wait, what?
Yeah, that's the thing.
I've heard that too.
What the?
They're the-
What?
I mean, I thought we were
they
just talking
are
about
the
video
only
game
other.
trivia.
I know,
The
right?
only other like mammal animal that we know of that
Straight to
actually just
animal
has
rape,
sex
like
for fun.
Blake.
I think.
Riku, we're not gonna have this debate on stream.
All right, I'm gonna fall back.
female hyenas have fake penis.
Oh,
Why is this like
Oh,
hypersexual?
so-
Why do you
I
always
don't-
hypersexual things about animals?
I learned this from an
going
anime.
on?
I learned this from an anime.
Cats have barbed tongues.
Oh, my
Well,
God.
all right, since I guess we're just doing this now, male seahorses can get pregnant.
Okay.
I was
This
gonna
is
say that.
random,
Thanks,
like-
Melvic.
You're welcome. Like,
Cheetah
can't
can
beat
run
'em,
for
join 'em, I
75 miles
guess.
per hour.
man, oh man! Look what you've caused, Hoodley.
Did this have to be wildlife oriented? Ducks
Yep.
have corkscrew penises.
Oh my God.
Hey,
That's true.
So
Okay,
do
now that's
pigs.
The female ducks have corkscrew vaginas to go with
How does
it.
that even work?
I don't want to know.
Somehow.
I don't.
What the heck is going on here?
All duck procreation is rape. That's why. Now you know.
There you go. Now you
Always
know.
There's some random trivia.
Oh my God.
Thanks for asking,
Can
Hoodley.
we do like video game trivia?
Yeah.
It's still like a gaming podcast.
Yeah, it's pretty random, so I let him slide with it. All right. Let's see. Yuki RPG 1992 asks, how many editions of Persona 5 Royal you guys gonna get? I know I'm getting 2 personally. I'm just gonna get the digital version, and then probably sometime down the line when the physical is cheaper, I'll just buy it then.
Okay, well, unlike Shadow, I'm just gonna be like normal and buy one.
That's just wrong.
I mean, do I have to buy one or?
Yeah, you don't have to if you're not going to.
I see. I'm both ways lying here. I already got the 50th edition pre-ordered, but that's neither here nor there.
I'm mad. I want that mask.
Bro, you already know. During my unboxing, I'm gonna put that mask on.
Wait, can you put it on, or is it just like a statue? Because I've seen other things.
Listen, I'm gonna glue it to my face if it doesn't sit there
Oh
normally.
my god.
And I'm gonna pull it off, and there might actually be blood from me losing skin.
Wow.
Oh, so you
it's accurate, bro. You look at him.
I thought I was the biggest Persona 5 fan here.
Yo, have you ever torn your face apart for your beloved series?
Not really. I don't think it's that serious. All right. Anybody else getting more than one copy, or is it just me?
It is just you.
I think it's just you.
Just you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
You're Beetle, man.
I'm the only rational person in here. I got it. All
But,
right.
but Shadow, I can confirm I'm getting 4 copies of SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for the
Let's
Console.
go.
Oh my god. No.
Get one for each console. I don't even got an Xbox One yet, but whenever I get that Series X, I'll know I'll be able to play it.
You're already spending $300 on the damn thing.
Yeah, what's 100 more?
Oh my god.
I use the Makatsuki SpongeBob mods.
Yo!
Oh my god.
I did buy Grand Blue Fantasy Versus 3 times.
Oh damn. Oh shit. Why
Is it on the Switch?
Got on the PC, and I got the Hong Kong version a month early, and then I got my US version.
I've bought every Falca game at least twice.
Damn.
Oh, I know that feeling. I think I have Cold Steel 1 and 2 3 times.
Same. 4 times a year.
Damn, I thought I was the only hardcore fan of a series in here, but y'all go in. Jesus, I can't do that. All right.
You still need to play Tokyo Xanadu.
Yeah, I gotta get back to that one.
I still gotta play
You
that
ain't
too.
wrong. Okay, Sean. That's how you say his name. Sean asks, "What's the worst RPG character, gameplay wise, that you guys have played?"
Choo Choo in Xenogears.
Who?
What's her
Yes.
name?
Choo Choo. Isn't it Choo Choo
Oh,
in
that's the
Xenogears?
fucking I remember that little
That
shit,
Furby
yeah.
looking motherfucker? Fuck him.
Yeah.
What's the chick's name from Star Ocean? Lemo?
Limo?
Yeah, Lemo. Yeah. K? Yeah.
K
no.
girl. Oh god.
No.
I hate her.
Shauna from Legend of Dragoon is pretty damn useless.
No,
Yeah.
she really is.
Thank
I didn't
you.
use her. I
Thank
used her like
you.
once when you're forced to use her.
Why'd they give her some arrow combo?
She was a clone of the other shitty character in the game.
Nope, I agree. So her, and then I also think was it Kimari from Final Fantasy X?
Oh man, you getting on my boy Kimari?
Dude, he is dying. He sucks. I mean, I also don't like blue mages in general, but yeah, he sucks.
You don't
Yeah,
like
you know
blue
who else?
mages?
Who else? You know who else? Nope, no, I don't.
Interesting.
And you know who else I don't like? I don't like fucking Yukari from Persona 3. She just misses all the time, and I'm
Whoa.
Yep.
Slow your roll.
Nope. Yukari, I do not like her. She misses all the time.
But Mitsuru's right there, so why are you hitting Yukari?
Like Yukari's just a pointless fucking member. Like why? If you can have Mitsuru, then just don't have Yukari in your party.
So we're just gonna give
have...
Mitsuru a pass for spamming Mario and Kara. We're just gonna let that. All right, I'll see how it is.
Why do you like Yukari? Like what?
She just likes her legs.
You damn right.
Oh man. I want to say every single character in Tales of Symphonia Dawn of New World.
Damn.
Oh yeah.
Wait, Rick there was cool.
I would just say every character in Tales of Symphonia, but
Oh man.
No. Jean? No. Jean was an amazing mage. Back up. Or Genus, whatever.
Genus,
his
yeah,
name?
Yeah, I was trying
Genus,
to figure out that Gene. Who?
Okay, Genus. Yeah, no, he was an amazing mage. So sit down. Absolutely not.
Fun fact: the one that voiced Eno voiced him.
Jay, you got any characters?
I mean, I can't. I think I was listening to Pelvic's Blue Mage comment, and that kind of, that's true. Most Blue Mages are crap because the way that you get their abilities is annoying and tedious, and then half of them are fucking useless anyway. Like, you think back to, Quina in Final Fantasy IX, it's only 2 of the moves are even useful.
I found that
they're fucking good.
Her getting 1,000 needles in the beginning at least seems to be a pretty good thing to have on her.
Tell you what, I hated Quistis in Final Fantasy VIII, but when I unlocked all of those blue mage abilities, she's basically one of my best characters now.
I have an actual answer though. It just came to mind. I played Arc of Alchemist recently, and there was one character in there you could control, and the only thing she could do was hit once with a no combo, so it was just like hit, and then the other thing she could do was stand in one spot and create a shield.
Oh, that sounds terrible.
It was the whole game's terrible, and that was particularly terrible.
All right.
Ramus from
There
Lunar.
was a... Oh, sorry, go on.
Ramus from Lunar.
I don't think I played a single Lunar game from beginning to end.
Same.
I was going to. Then shit came
Yeah, I
out.
don't think I finished the original one on PS1.
I am disappointed.
There was a character in a Shining Force 1 or 2, just like a random guy that you can recruit. He's a turtle. He has 1 HP. He's pretty much the Magikarp of the game. You can't do anything with him until he levels up, but you can't level him up because he keeps dying in battle. I can't remember his name. He's without a doubt the person I've got the least out of in, I think, any RPG ever. If anybody here has ever played the Shining Force games.
I want to. Haven't gotten to it.
I think I only played that one that got re-released, and I didn't think it was that great. Resonance.
Refrain. or some shit?
Yeah, no, that doesn't count.
Wait, I think I only played the one. It was like EXA on PS2.
That also doesn't really count.
Oh, okay.
Really, just Shining Force.
He's like
1.
not counting half of the franchise.
No, look, Shining Force 1, 2, and 3. They count. They were like old tactical RPGs. The rest are spin-offs. EXA, I think, was like a Diablo clone. Shining Resonance Refrain was a really very
Really bad.
middle of the road Tales clone.
Yeah, I was like,
All right.
Machias from Cold Steel.
Is great.
Whoa, fall
Oh,
back.
yeah.
Fall back. Fall
he's-
back.
he's
he has
great.
energy
You got-
shell.
And
Never
Mail
used
Breaker.
it.
Covers your MP.
Never
He's
used
only-
it.
Yeah, well, see, you suck.
Him and Eustace, I ain't really need.
Okay,
Yep.
you don't need
wow.
them, but they're good. They're useful.
Yeah, they're useful. They're good. Just because there's people that are better doesn't mean he even should be mentioned in this conversation. And plus, he has
much
he has
better.
freaking that move where you can speed up time and put all your characters in the front. You're tripping. Fall back.
I mean,
Well,
everybody's
my-
a beast because you can break that game from top to bottom. Everybody's
Exactly.
a beast.
I don't need my time to be faster because I always move. The enemies don't go at all.
That doesn't make him not. That doesn't make him bad.
Oh man, you see what happens when you disrespect
Nah.
anything about trails.
Don't talk about those trails.
You see
That's a
what
can of
goes
worms.
in?
You ain't ready for, buddy.
Okay, last one, Cloud.
Oof.
we moving
Yeah,
on.
see, he's just trying to trigger
We
everyone he
moving
can.
on.
He's like, he has like this list. He's just going, all right, I triggered Shadow.
You did not hear. You did not hear the game. It's
Let's hear
from Final Fantasy Tactics.
Oh, okay. You put him in a separate game. All right.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna answer 3 more Discord questions. Can't get to everybody. It seems to be a lot, and I think more are coming in. All right, so Acebreaker asks, how do you guys and girls feel of a potential digital only future for video games?
Okay, I'm ready for it.
Yeah, I'm all here for it myself. I don't really mind. I'm
That
already
puts
digital.
me out of a job.
Nah, I need my physical games. Just I like to have value.
Bro, all I'm saying right now is I don't know about everyone else, but I'm trouble with passwords. If I already lost my original Nintendo account and lost all my games attached to it. Ever since then, I've been physical. Riku, shut the fuck up. Everything like I was saying, I like physical because you can't have digital collector's editions. You can digital deluxe editions, but that gives you more content that should have just been in the game on its own. But that's neither here nor there.
Okay, all right. Anybody else?
I'm ready for. I like the convenience of having digital because I get a lot of the games I play are review codes, so just having everything like on my Switch all the time without having to carry around an extra case full of games. I like the convenience.
There you go.
But
That's
I
me
also,
back in the Vita.
But I like having physical copies and I like having physical collector's editions. So it's a 50-50.
Don't you find it weird to like buy games again after you got a code for it? I was like, I want to get this game, but I already got a code. So like, why am I buying it again?
Sometimes I just really want to support the devs because that's a game I really liked, and other times I get the collector's edition because it's just a code.
Gotcha.
It really depends on the game. The type of game, I should say.
Oh, okay. So we.
Go
ahead.
I've also ran into the problem where my games just disappear because they get off the store and you can't download them, which happened with Scott Pilgrim the game, the Marvel vs. Capcom games on the PS3.
Oh,
I mean, I think we discussed that. That rarely ever happens. Like that. Like I haven't heard a game recently that has actually done that.
But it can.
It can. It definitely
Transformers
kind of
Devastation.
happen. It did kind of happen with Alan Wake for a while as well.
Scott
They
Pilgrim versus
couldn't
the
afford
World.
to relicense all the music, so they had to pull the game down.
Isn't Scott Pilgrim versus the World off of the online
Yeah,
stores as well?
that game's gone forever.
Yeah, that game was good too. Damn, I love that game. I think my brother has it on his Xbox 360. I think.
I got it.
I have it on
PC.
PC.
I have it on PC as well.
Okay. Let's see. We're gonna move on. Unless somebody has anything to say about digital games future.
It's coming. I'm not down for it.
Oh, yeah, you got
Maybe-
you got like a whole room full of just games.
Yeah, I it's very rare that I buy something that's digital. I think like the last thing I went out of my way to buy was Shovel Knight when it was new, because I didn't think a physical copy was coming, and now there's one on every platform. So I don't know. I don't like the digital. It's coming. I don't like it.
I'm with you.
I will run for as long as I can in the opposite direction.
Yeah, I don't mind it myself. I'm already a digital person, so. Well, I honestly, like, if you told me like 10 years ago that I'd be a digital person, I probably would have called you crazy. Because I always like collecting games, but now it's just like Jay said, the convenience. It's especially for the Switch. Like, you move around with the Switch a lot, you don't want to be carrying a whole bunch of games. You just want them all in one place.
I don't know who's even doing this. I play one game at a time. Who's carrying 12?
I agree.
This is true.
You gotta go on holidays, man.
There you go.
You
Yeah.
wanna beat 12 games while you're on holiday?
Hey, I need it like at least 4.
I give you that, yeah. I feel the same way, too. Yeah, I need
Jesus
at least
Christ.
4 or 5 games.
You guys are weirdos.
Yeah, you are.
All
Last
I
time
need is
took a trip, I
Smash.
brought 2 games with me.
I could barely play one on a vacation now these days.
All right. Our last question that we're going to get to tonight. Sorry, guys in Discord we couldn't get to them all, but we kind of running out of time. Well, personally, I'm running out of time, so we can't get to them all. Again, I apologize. Shatnick asks, who's your favorite romance couple in a JRPG? I'm going to say...
Ooh.
Josh and Estelle. Chills in the
Yep,
sky.
right with you.
Wait, isn't that the brother and sister?
Hey, no.
Oh,
Listen, it's
Not
a Japanese-made
really.
game.
I'm just
Not
asking.
really.
Unrelated.
Josh was a present to Estelle.
A present. Yeah, that's a way to put it.
Yeah.
I mean,
And I'm talking about the execution behind it, okay? It was well executed, leading all the way up to their relationship.
He's a foster kid.
No, I love people.
Typical tropes.
I love Trails fans who love the Joshua Estelle couple, but hate the Reen and whatever his sister's name is.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, no.
For what it's worth, with Reen, they didn't really develop that. It was just kind of there.
There.
Yeah.
And plus,
And
we
it
know
was-
we know
it
what the
felt-
canon relationship is. So
It does feel more like a checkbox in that
I still
department.
don't like.
Okay, so first of all, the canon relationship in Cold
Jesus
Steel
Christ.
is
Here we
obviously Reen and Emma. We all know this.
No.
Let's just keep it real.
It's
Okay.
obviously Reen and Sarah.
I'm so glad in Hajimari no Kiseki, all of your routes and choosing this and that, all of that's a thing in the past. That's not going to be a thing anymore.
I thought the canon relationship was Eustace and Machias.
Jesus Christ! I'm going to be interested to see what Pelvic thinks of that when she gets to it.
If I get to it.
When she gets to
It's
it.
not Elliot and
She'll
Green.
get to it.
I feel like I'm being held hostage. Like, oh, you will. You're gonna like it. Okay.
So,
Elliot and Green.
Oh no, Elliot and Gaius, obviously.
Oh my
yeah,
God!
where are we going?
What?
Yeah,
What? Wait, are
we're
we
talking
talking
about the
about
boy and boy
Australia?
stuff. Talking about boy and boy stuff here.
No.
The only girl for Reen is Sarah. That's.
I don't know about
Don't
that.
you dare mention Emma again. Not in the presence of Sarah. All right.
It's Reen and Sarah. It's always going to be Reen and Sarah.
Y'all
Always
right.
gonna be Reen and Sarah.
Oh,
But
man.
so I played a lot of Trails games. Alyssa though.
What?
But you know what? You know what? You guys aren't saying Reen in that other pigtail to tsundere, so I'll give you guys that. We
Yeah,
all know that's not the
we're
canon.
far from that.
I'm sorry?
We know that's not real.
Am I being attacked?
A little bit.
Jesus Christ. Anyway, games that aren't trails, people. Anybody got any other? Don't you guys like the Final Fantasy X relationship or something like that?
I do like that. I was surprised when I first played Final Fantasy X. I was surprised they actually got together. I was.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you fucking talking about Titus and Yuna? Because fuck that. I'm talking about Waka and Lulu. Okay. Waka and Lulu got
Waka
together.
is the worst fucking pairing because Waka is I hate that cunt. I mean, sorry.
God damn.
Wow.
Oh no.
Man.
Why you hate Waka?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Such a
Oh,
No, why you hate Waka?
Go and take your fucking dodgeball elsewhere. Get the fuck out of my game.
Yo.
So you just hate Waka because he plays a sport that you don't like?
I hate his stupid hair. I hate his arm
not even
thing. I hate his voice. I hate his
Okay, hold on. Can we just pause for everybody? Hold on. I just want to make a point. This is about his appearance and looks. Not even about like his character or any. His hair, his voice, his dodgeball.
Crazy.
Do you hear yourself right now, mister?
You've just been saying a whole bunch of slender stuff.
Okay.
This is your last time on the podcast, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Look at him. Look at that
Oh,
picture in the fucking Discord chat. Makes me want to throw up. Look at that bandana. Holy fuck.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. He found like the most derpiest picture of him.
I mean, he does look like the Ryan of fucking.
I was about to say,
don't
insult
insult
Ryan.
Ryan.
like
He
Ryan.
does.
It's right time.
I was literally
Oh, you
about to
know
say
what?
that.
I mean, it's not an RPG, but I like Sonic and Amy. I do. I'm
What?
sorry, Sally.
What?
I said I like Sally, but I just love Sonic and Amy so much. I
What?
do.
Interesting.
No.
Like-
Not even a relationship.
That
What? I love it.
It's
I
Amy
love
thirsting
it.
over Sonic and Sonic running away. That's
Well, I think
literally
Sonic
what
is
it
just-
is.
doing what he do best. Commitment. Oh
No,
no.
Sonic is just shy. He doesn't know how to handle it. That's
Shy?
all.
Sonic
She's
can
in-
kill
Don't
people.
Like underage?
Sonic is like 16. And
No,
so
we're
is
talking about Amy.
no?
No.
I know
Oh,
Sonic's in his
really?
20s now.
I could have swore Amy
Now.
did something to make herself older, but she's technically like still
How
underage.
old is Amy Rose?
Amy
12
from
years
Sonic-
old.
12 years old. You hear that?
Amy's 12. I did not know that. Wow. Okay. I
how do you
learned
know?
How
something.
old is Sonic?
So
12?
thirsty then.
29 years old. Oh,
Yeah,
No, that's how old the
That's-
franchise is.
That's how old the franchise is.
old is Sonic the Hedgehog? 25. Okay. What?
Which one?
Modern
I
Sonic.
feel like there's
apparently.
different Sonics, bro. Like I feel like
Okay,
Sonic
class-
is at least. Here's the thing: we all know the one from Sonic Adventure is at least in his teens. Amy's still 12.
Yeah, but like wasn't it like Tails 8? Tails was like 8.
Yeah, Tails
is
is like
8.
12 or 8 or some shit.
No, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he's 8. He's not even 12.
Yeah.
He's 8.
He's in the single digits.
I mean, aren't they
So.
still under 18 at that point?
true.
That's true.
I'm
Well,
still.
I'm trying to think
You're better off saying Knuckles and Rouge.
Oh, I do love them.
You know, that is true.
Rouge. I do love Knuckles and Rouge. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to think of more JRPG stuff,
Yes, let's
though.
get back to JRPGs.
So, back on topic.
Ooh. Hold on. I have Shauna and Dart.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Sora and Riku. Oh, thank God.
Hell yeah, that too, baby.
Here we go.
Let me tell you, you know what? Riku and Sora have more of a connection than Sora and Kairi, okay?
Yeah.
You see them
Wow.
interact
Sad.
more together. No,
Sad, you're
am I wrong? Am I wrong?
I mean,
Huh.
when I
Am I
look at
wrong?
Sora and
Answer?
Riku, I see Naruto and Sasuke, and
Man,
people who ship
oh,
Naruto
man.
and Sasuke are on another plane.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
that's the
what?
same
And this
thing.
plan is great. This plan is great. Thank you.
Soray and Mikleo.
Ah.
Yes. Yeah. Miklio's this jealous wifey. You know what? Fucking Axel and Syax. Those two also. need to
Oh,
be together.
please.
You mean Lee?
Oh.
Oh, that ain't right.
This is sad
No,
because I
it's,
feel.
it's
like-
right. Oh, it's right, baby. It's
This
right.
this is sad because I feel when she gets to Cold Steel, she's gonna ship Rain and Crow.
Oh
That's
no!
gonna happen.
Yeah,
can actually
it's
see that.
inevitable.
Totally.
That's
I'm trying
actually.
to think
I hate
who-
that. That's actually
they really
a good pairing.
and it's sad because it's like
Hey,
Anyways.
it's a good bromance. Come on.
Yeah.
And you know what? If she does it when she gets there, let her have it.
Alrighty.
It's like
hold on.
honestly like
Thank
one of
you.
the best things I see scrolling Twitter is friggin' lady shipping.
Oh man.
Even people in
Thank you.
the
Thank you.
comments reading
Thank-
her beautiful match. Oh god.
Oh, speaking of which, Flynn and Yuri, also a great couple.
Oh,
God.
Flynn and
especially if
Yuri.
you watch the movie.
What is this?
I have to watch the
version
movie. It's on my
Yayo
queue.
hour?
Now it's just yeah. Now it's just yeah.
Yaoi
We
hour?
yeah we over.
What's going
I mean,
on
no
here?
one else is contributing.
Okay,
Go ahead,
first of
someone
all,
else
Rex
is
and
contributing.
Pyra. Okay, first of all, let's get that out the way. That's the best
See,
couple right there.
Do you?
Rex and Mithra, my friend. Rex and Mithra.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Come on, it's Mithra, Pyra, and Rex.
I'm more of a Numa
Yeah.
guy, but
Now, let's talk about Rex and Nia for a second.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh my god, I love you as a friend.
Yo, Nia got hit so
That-
hard.
That was so
That
funny.
did hit so hard. Oh, that was painful.
Honestly,
It hurt.
Laura and Jim were kind of nice.
God, I still feel sorry for Nia to this day.
What about this one? Out of left field, Ewan and his dead wife from Symphonia.
Oh man.
Spoiler! Ah, God.
You guys will never even find that out if you didn't do that one optional thing that
This is true.
tells you that.
I didn't even know that.
Excuse me, Zidane and Kuja, or Zidane and Garnet.
Wow.
Yes, Zidane and Kuja are
Oh my god.
I'm here for it. But I also said Zidane and Garnet. I think
I
they're
thought,
cute.
I thought
they're
we were
cute.
doing ones that were real, Pelvic. Why are you just making
Oh.
them up? If we're making them,
Okay, well,
if we're making them up, me and Mithra,
okay.
King and Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX.
Okay.
Even
But
Sailor
Zidane and
Mercury.
Garnet are real. Zidane and Garnet are real.
Okay, hold
Okay.
on. I'm playing the game still, Pelvic. What's going
Oh
on? here?
shit.
Man,
Come
oh,
on, they're
man.
flirting together. They're flirting. You
Yeah.
saw the part where Zidane. You saw the
Yuri.
part where Zidane grabbed her ass on
Yo,
accident.
that was
quote, unquote?
hilarious. I meant to
was.
post that on Twitter. That was hilarious. He was like, I didn't do it on
Yeah.
purpose. I was like, nigga, yes you did. Oh, that was great.
So
Joker and Makoto just gonna.
No, it's
Yeah.
obviously Kawakami.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who?
I'm more of a Takemi guy myself. But,
Same.
If you could date your teacher, that's the only choice.
And
My
you
teacher
made-
was. See, I was homeschooled though, so it makes me uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. I mean, them shoes on Takemi, she can rock them.
You
I
right?
don't
You
believe
right?
Blake. I don't believe you. You're not uncomfortable. Show us your search history.
Yeah. Listen. Charles, if you want, no. But Shulk and Fiora, I like Shulk and Fiora because
I
I never liked Melia, and seeing Melia like break down
Wow.
put a big old smile on my face.
You're a dick. Oh my god.
Cruel.
I'm sorry, but Melia needed to get on Dunban like yesterday, but she didn't want to strike while the iron was hot. So she decided to try to take her chances with a train that had already left, but she couldn't catch up.
Yeah, it's been so long. We're gonna come back to that when I replay Xenoblade. Okay, we're gonna come back to that.
All right,
So
bet.
just hold
Okay.
that thought. Oh, you know
Chuck-
Alicia and the guy from Valkyria Chronicles, the main dude, Gunther. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's
They were
good.
cute.
Yeah, that's
they were
really-
cute.
Yeah.
I like them.
Justin and Fina.
Justin
Who
and
are they?
Fina. From which?
You guys, give me your JRPG cards right now.
Wait, what game?
It's from Grandia.
Oh
I
man,
didn't
no.
play it.
I was just about to play Grandia too, right before I started.
What
this Final Fantasy
about Rita? No, wait, was it his mother's name in 3? Rita and shoot,
Rita?
that harpoon guy.
Mm.
We know they ended up getting together once she left the party.
Not
I
sure.
mean, Cloud and Tifa.
There we go. That's what I like to see. There we go.
There you
Tifa
go.
all day, every day.
That's a better pairing than Cloud and Aerith. That shit can fuck right off.
Okay, tell us how you really feel.
All right.
Oh, you know who couple I didn't like? I didn't fucking like the couple from Radiant Historia, where it's their sleepy protagonist and that fucking
Yeah.
big titty warrior chick.
Yeah,
it just
not
seemed
a
so
fan.
forced to me. That pissed me
Yeah.
off. I was like,
It was no.
no.
But did you get the bad ending with them?
Did I get what?
The bad ending with them?
I I think I always go for bad endings first. So yeah.
It was really funny. He's like, "I'm gonna stay with you," and then the game ends because they don't do anything.
Well.
Last one I'm gonna say is Violet and Manuela.
So I was gonna bring up Crom and Robin, but you had to bring that sack of human trash onto.
Hey, listen, man. Fire Emblem Three Houses.
I'm out.
I'm just not a fan of Byleth, so I just don't feel like Byleth has any involvement with any character.
I say Byleth is your way as a player to put your dick in what you feel is right.
Oh God. What is going on right now?
I doubt many people. Well, Jay maybe played Knights of Azure, but I thought Arnis and Lise were a really good couple.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Cloud and Barrett.
Oh, all right, we're
not making stuff up.
And with that, we
you can go on a date with him.
Oh, God.
Okay. In that case, Endrance and Haseo. If you
oh my God!
Nope.
End the show.
Nope.
We go to the outros. Y'all go too crazy. All right. As I said before, sorry for everybody in the Discord. Couldn't get to all your questions, but yeah, we're running out of time. So we're going to go to our outros right now. So, yeah, go ahead, Blake.
Yeah, it has been fun as always. Your boy's feeling re-energized. Hopefully you didn't notice the elastic in my mouth too much. Looking forward to the next one when we'll possibly already be in the timeline where the Final Fantasy VII Remake is out. As a final word of closing, Pelvic, I got something for you.
Uh-oh.
God's name.
I love this song, okay? I'm trying not to sing along.
Get this thing demonetized, man. Hold up.
Oh yeah, we're definitely getting demonetized.
Getting demonetized for that. That's gonna get matched.
Oh yeah.
What is that anyway?
That's Amy's theme from Heroes, where she's singing about how much she loves Sonic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sonic.
Okay, hold on. Someone said Vivi and Garnet. Can we? Vivi's like 8. What?
I can see
Vivi is not real.
No,
That's
he's
a
not
thing.
8. In fact, Vivi's not 8 years old. He's like 1.
The puppet.
Man, oh
thing.
man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Y'all pairing 1-year-olds? End the show.
Jay Run is, okay? Not me.
We got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
We got him.
All right. Souls, go ahead with your outro, man.
Thank you all for coming through. It was really fun. This podcast. This went kind of. I don't even know where it went towards the end, but it was fun.
Riku.
Riku-san 1 here, about to get back to this Neo if I can. Good talking to everyone, good conversations. Hopefully the next episode isn't too far off into the future.
What are you trying to say?
Hey, if the shoe fits, you lace that motherfucker up.
Alright, you ain't wrong. I ain't gonna lie. Pelvic?
Hi guys, I'm Lady Pelvic, and if you enjoyed me and more JRPG goodness, check me out on my YouTube channel, Pelvic Gaming. Also, if you like sweet yaoi stuff, follow me on Twitter.
Oh,
I mean, I also post gaming stuff, but definitely like get your girl up.
Oh, God. Nick?
I host a JRPG podcast with my friend Taylor, The Gaming Shelf. You might know them. And Shadow's on there as well. And we post every other week. And yeah, if you want more JRPG stuff, just search the Giant Sword Podcast on YouTube or
Yeah, guys, go check out that Giant Sword podcast. It's really good. I like it a lot. I like doing it. We also got you got a segment of what you do, like you read the back of a game cover and we try to guess.
That's
Cool. That's actually
Sounds pretty
dope.
fun.
Yeah, it was really fun. I like that.
That was a good idea.
I wish I thought of it. Yeah.
For real.
Jay?
Hey, yeah, I'm Jay RPG, Jay RPG. If you want to hear me talk about how much I hate Sephiroth, that video is coming like next week. Like the new Sephiroth in Final Fantasy 7R. Not the old Sephiroth, who I love. But that video is coming next week because I'm doing all my negative stuff next week. I'm currently editing the stuff I like about Final Fantasy 7 Remake. If you want to see that, I don't know, check it out. I don't swear as much as I did in this podcast. Just sorry. People triggering the fuck out of me with wakas and
Yo, #1 Waka hater over here, man.
For real.
Uncensored Jay.
DM him some Waka.
And Tarks, go ahead, man.
Thanks for having me. It's been fun. If you guys want to see more of me, you can find me at Tark's Gauntlet on YouTube or Twitter. It's fun being here, watching the blood get spilled. There's no such thing as wrong opinions, but we did hear a few of them today. And I guess in closing,
removing Tales to Arise.
In closing, play Trails, play Tales, and play Yakuza.
Yeah. Good advice.
Alrighty, and that is all from the podcast. Of course, you guys know me, Shadow Elite. I'm gonna have some videos up. My next video is gonna be on Landgressor 1 and 2. Think that game is okay. And as soon as I'm done editing my Decades video, which is probably gonna take me still a long time because I want to get that video perfect. But yeah, we are out of here. Pyra and what's his name? Rex. They're the best couple.
Can't even remember his name.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Can't even remember.
It's all about Pyra anyway. All right. Any other couples? Mithra's crap. We all know this.
Mithra's already taken, bro. Mithra's got a man, and his name is Adam. Let's go.
Oh man. All right, guys. We out of here. Peace.
Deuces.
Bye.